Aries, welcome. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your weekly tarot reading. This tarot reading is going to be for June 30th all the way to July 6th. Holy moly, man. We are in July. And I've been saying this since what? February, I think. The months have just been flying by. Time is definitely accelerating and speeding up. Whew. You can't deny that. All right. So this is the July 4th weekend. July 4th's on a Friday. Not bad. Not bad. We can party all weekend. So we're going to do a really cool freaking weekend for July 4th. Why not? Why not? Maybe at the end, I'll go outside and light some fireworks. And then you could see me burn down the neighborhood in my house. No, I wouldn't do that, but knowing my luck, it probably would happen. Anywho, we got some action on July 4th astrologically. So let's get to it. Welcome, Aries. Thank you for being here. You know that we always hit the astrology before we hit the tarot. And when we hit the tarot, I've got like 4 different new decks I'm using, putting in the circulation. So you're really going to like this episode of your tarot reading. So let's get to the astrology for July 4th. Venus, the planet of love, is moving into Gemini. So this could be a very creative time for a lot of people, especially you. But we could communicate our love. Lots of messages coming in. Okay? Lots of ideas coming in too. Venus likes to be in Gemini. And it's going to catalyst a lot of this communication that's happening. However, on the same day, Neptune is going retrograde in your sign. So, and that kind of puts a fog on things. So we might be dealing with the duality of love and all of that, you know, the good and the bad of it. Who knows? Okay. But that's what we got for that weekend. And we'll talk more about it on the freaking weekend that's posted midweek. That gives you the vibe for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday also. I mean, we just do it all here. We really, really do. We really do. All right. Let's start with... Now, I made my own angel numbers cards, but one of my students brought in one of these decks that had angel numbers on them, and I really liked it, and I like the meanings on them and everything. So I'm going to incorporate this into, and then just use the angel numbers as reference points when we pull up, say like we get 3 threes in, you know, with different cards in the reading, then I'll pull these out and put it on the side here for you to refer to for those angel numbers. So we're going to get yours from this new deck. Which one is it? Not too many on the table. All right. What do we have? Angel numbers for Aries. All right. And this is progress. 6, 7, 8. Cool. You are making progress and advancement towards your goals. Stay focused and committed to your journey, knowing that each success is within reach. Damn. So this week is all about progress for you. Fantastic. Pay attention to those numbers, 6, 7, 8. Now, we're going to get our message from our guides from our new deck, the Energy Oracle cards. And we'll see what happens with these. I see other tarot readers use these, and I've been kicking the can around about getting this deck, but this week I just got inspired to be like, you know what? Let's boost these decks up. Let's do this. Let's make our own. I made my own moon phase cards. We'll be using those on the weekend. So yeah. All right, let's get our message from our guides for Aries this week. Okay. And what do we have? Ooh. The root chakra, Archangel Michael, number 35. Okay, let's read up on it. Number 35. Okay, Michael holds a beautiful globe of red energy at the first chakra, which is located at the base of your spine. This is the place where your sense of stability and security is stored. This card reveals that your energy is flowing freely regarding these issues. Even if you had problems with feeling secure in the past, these challenges are beginning to be resolved at this time. Archangel Michael is with you, bringing you strength and personal stability. You are capable of taking action and moving forward on your path progress. So allow yourself to feel increasing faith in your own power and security now and always. Your affirmation for this is, my first chakra is open to its perfect, healthy state. I am strong, stable, safe, and secure. The Archangel Michael guides and supports me always. Yeah, I love this deck. Already in love. We're in love. Okay. Very good. Let's put that in the frame. Cool. All right, let's get... You know what? Before we begin, we're going to do our shadow work cards. Now, our shadow work cards are designed... Ooh, my ear started ringing on the right-hand side. Ooh. Okay. This card is going to tell us mainly what our challenge is and what we really need to do this week. Okay? I love this deck. I really love this deck. There it is. Look at this. Seductive allure. Wow. Aries. Instant gratification blinds you to the consequences. Craving, promises, and hidden. All right, so instant gratification blinds you to the consequences. Maybe you're making progress in that area of your life. You know what I mean? Interesting. Very interesting. Let's put that in the corner. Right there. So you can see it. Cool. I already like this reading. All right, let's get the vibe for this week. We're finally getting to the meat of the reading. I like adding these cards to it, you know? Instant gratification blinds you to the consequences. Ooh. Okay. Is that it? Is that it for Aries? Yep. With a resounding yup. Okay. Really interesting. Wow, just like that. All right, so what we have here is the Moon, the Nine of Wands, the Star, and the Eight of Pentacles. What's going on is the Moon, the uncertainty, emotionally getting you involved in it. Again, the instant gratification is blinding you to the consequences. The Nine of Wands is showing that this week you can be resilient. I would practice resilience. You are resilient. The universe has your back with the Star, but you need to take down your walls. You know, stay focused and committed. But the uncertainty has got your walls up. Put in the work this week. You're making progress. The Eight of Pentacles is progress. Just as long as you're making, you know, good progress and not instant gratification, anything that's add water and stir. You know what I'm saying? Interesting. Let's add some oracles to this and see what else this adds. You know, and it's about security too. So maybe your security is shaken and then you put the walls up. You have to understand that the universe has your back on all of this. Look at that shadow. Yeah, look. Oh my God, you can't make this up. Yeah, the uncertainty, your shadow, the base chakra, the number one chakra. You cannot make this up. First chakra. You can't make this shit up. I love my job. Again, it's the Moon again. I just said that the uncertainty is shaking your security, and there it is. Patience and planning is needed now. Understand that, okay? And spiritual union. So this might be about a relationship you're going through. Maybe a business relationship, something like that, and you don't know. The uncertainty's got your security shaken. I say get it together, all right? Let's look at love. Let's see what's going on with love for Aries this week. Interesting. Interesting. Let's see what we got for love. Whoa. Lover's card. Boom. Popped right out. Okay. Yeah, there's a huge thing about being patient, having faith. Yeah, the star is out again. There's some healing. You know, this is major stuff here. Faith, patience, and the universe has got your back. Okay? Especially when it comes to relationships. You really have to knuckle down on the faith here. The Knight of Swords is bringing in a message, or maybe it just comes down to communication for you. And the Lover's card with the Two of Cups. Are you kidding me? This is about a significant relationship here. Maybe add water and stir. The seductive allure isn't, again, you know, it's telling you be patient. But the instant gratification, that Aries energy of just give it to me now, you know. You don't have to do that, you know what I mean? But I also want to point out that we have 6, 7, and 8 reiterated in the reading here from the angel numbers. Let's get some messages of love for Aries. Let's see what else adds to this. Ooh. Yeah, that one wants to come out too. They wanted me to show you this one, abundance. You've done the work, abundance flows to you now. Yeah, you're definitely making progress in that, especially in relationships. You just have to be patient. Release. Radical acceptance and surrender can help you let go. Okay. Especially the uncertainty here. It's all about uncertainty. Intuition. You already know the answer you seek. Acceptance. Everything happens for a reason. Absolutely. That's the star energy. An apology. You can expect the apology you want to hear. Now, that Knight of Swords is actually maybe bringing in that apology. But is that going to fix this? Is that going to fix the solution here? You know what I mean? Either way, you're making progress, especially when it comes to your relationships. You just need to be patient with your process. All right, let's get what's the vibe. We busted these out for the freaking weekend, I think. And they're not bad. They're a little goofy. You know, some of them are a little goofy, but at least we can have a good laugh. All right, Aries, let's see what the messages are for you. Yeah, shattered, broken, nightmares, and failures. And I think that's the uncertainty. We just don't want this to repeat again. Okay? So be aware of that. Again, this is all about security with you. Feeling secure. I got this. The earth supports me. And clingy. Old exes, dead relationships, and old ways. Again, that has put up the wall, but now it's time to release that. Put in the work to release that. And it's just not quick and easy. It takes time. Again, I've been saying this. Aries in love, you have to understand that there's a dance to things, and Aries just wants to add water and stir. Let's get it over with. You know what I mean? So sometimes it just can't be that way. But we're bringing up stuff from the past that's really shaking our foundation here. So just be aware of that for this week, all right? You are making progress. All right, let's get a closing message from the Cosmic Energy Oracle cards. I love this deck too. If I'm not using them, then I've got other decks that I just don't use. They don't fit, but the ones I've been using now fit. I really like them. Okay, let's get a closing message for you, Aries, and here it is. Yeah, look at that. Your message for this week is trust. Big message about trusting your intuition. The universe guides you. The star card out twice is saying the universe has got you, especially when it comes to your relationships. That is excellent. All right, Aries, that's going to do it for this week. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments if you like the new cards. I really like the flow that they give, because it's just wonderful. And so are you, Aries. You are making progress this week, especially when it comes to your relationships. All right, that's going to do it. I love you all. Don't forget to watch the freaking weekend. That's going to be our 4th of July episode. That's going to be awesome. And don't forget, I'm also posting daily messages with the oracles and the number cards. So go ahead and check those out. All right. Share them with your friends. Classes at the Circle of Light Spiritual Center will be beginning after the 4th of July weekend. So keep a lookout for that. I'll have that on the website. And if you would, I'm going to be doing online one and done classes and also in person. Also, I'm available for tarot and astrology reading in person or both. I can hook you up. I'm taking bookings for the summer, and I book up quick because I get a lot of travelers coming in for Lilydale and all of that. So make sure you lock your time in, and you can do that by clicking the link in the description. Aries, I love you all. Have a great week. You are making progress. Trust your intuition. The universe is guiding you towards something beautiful here, and I will see you on the weekend. Happy 4th of July. Taurus, welcome. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your weekly tarot reading. And this tarot reading is going to be for June 30th all the way to July 6th. Can you believe it? We're in July already. It was just, I swear I was just saying, can you believe it's going to be May? It's going to be May. Well, May came and went. June did too. What's up with that? I guess we got to ask ourselves, myself included, of course, and part of this little thing we're in. And you got to ask yourself, are you letting time pass you by? Are you not paying attention to the present moment? Maybe that's why time seems to slip by, is because are we even using our time wisely? Are we allowing time to control us versus us controlling time? Because time is a made-up construct. It doesn't really exist. We need it as a form of control. You see what I'm saying? Well, it's already fucking July. Happy Independence Day. July 4th is, you want to talk about fireworks? We got some astrological type fireworks happening on July 4th. So let's get to it. This is the only part of the week that actually has some gravity to it, and it's the 4th of July. And not only that, but the 4th of July is on a Friday this year. I think that's fucking great, right? Wouldn't you agree? Yes. I mean, we might as well start Thursday and go on to Sunday night. You know what I mean? This is perfect. You know, I hope everybody gets a good long weekend too. Really. Maybe that's in the cards. You never know. All right, Taurus. So your ruler, Venus, is moving into Gemini. So it's been sitting in your sign, okay? Pass through, probably feeling love, experience some wealth, prosperity coming your way. Now it's time to communicate. It's time to make those ideas happen. Ideas are going to be flying in, communicating and how you feel, what you value. Communication is going to be key. And it's going to be key because not only that, but we have Neptune, the planet of mysticism and inspiration, and that's where the ideas come from, is actually starting to go retrograde on July 4th in Aries. So, you know, leave the drama for your mama. Even your mama shouldn't have any drama. You know what I'm saying? So Neptune kind of puts the veil over things. There might be a lot of weather out there that's foggy on the 4th of July. You heard it here first, okay? So that's what we have astrologically going on. Now, what we have going on here for this week's tarot is about 5 new decks that I'm busting out, okay? And a couple of these are from my student. He brought these in for his tarot class, and I really fell in love with the numbers one and the other one here. You'll see in a bit. But we're gonna start the readings off a little different. We're still gonna use my number cards, angel number cards that I made, but I got some that, like I said, my student had these. We're gonna pull these out when numbers come up in the readings, like 555. Then I'll go ahead and pull it out here, and then I'll put it to the side. All right. So you can kind of have that visual reference, that imprinting on your brain, okay? But these angel numbers are pretty cool. So we're going to do these, and we're going to do 3 messages from different decks before we even start the tarot reading. So welcome, everybody. If you're new, welcome. This is what we do. Okay. Ooh, look at that. Prosperity. 808. Pay attention to those numbers. Embrace your potential and welcome prosperity. You are making wise decisions and heading in the right direction. Okay. We like that. Don't we like that? We like that. Prosperity, 808. Pay attention to those. Wish the numbers were bigger, though. Not like mine, you know. Anywho. All right, now we're going to get messages from this new deck. I've always wanted to get this deck. I see a lot of other readers use this. Energy Oracle cards. And it was just a matter of time. And the time is now. So here we are, guys. And I've already used it for fire signs. I've used the formula I'm using today, and it works great, actually. So, all right, Taurus, let's get your message from your guides from this new Oracle deck. It's pretty cool. You'll see. The cards are just a little sticky. It's a little humid today, and this is a new deck, so. Ooh, all right. We've had this come out already. Appreciation. Absolutely. Number 15. Let's read about it. Okay. All right, so this card shows a woman holding a single rose. All right. She enjoys the scent and beauty of the single bloom, yet around and behind her are bramble bushes. She could be focusing on these, worried that she might get caught up in their prickly branches of difficulty. Instead, she's pausing to experience the blessing of this single flower. The sun, light glare. Where was I? The sun is breaking through the clouds, shining on her choice and on the tiny buds waiting to open up. Okay. This card is telling you that you have much to be grateful for. And like the flowering bush behind the woman on the card, there is more to come that you can't yet see. Congratulate yourself for every moment that you choose appreciation. This decision shifts your consciousness from lack to value, and it's guaranteed to bring more worth and richness of life to you. Wow, that's great. That's great. Now, let's read the affirmation. I choose to see and appreciate the beauty and value around me. I increase my gratitude every day, and I am attracting even more to be grateful for. So, big message on gratitude and being appreciative of where you're at, where you've been, and where you're going. Okay? Interesting. Now, we're going to use another deck. Now, this is going to show us what we need to work on, the Shadow Work Oracle. I absolutely love this deck. I love it. Well, actually, none of these decks would be on the table if I didn't love them. So, you're in good hands, y'all. All right. These cards are nice and slippery, so they're a little hard to shuffle. But we're going to get what we need to work on, you know, like the message here. Okay. What do we need for Taurus? What does Taurus need to know with the Shadow Work cards? Ooh. Okay, already bent one. Fantastic. Spirit Awakening. Love the art on this, too. Sit with your shadows. It's the way to enlightenment, intuition, and spirituality. Wow. So we've got Spirit Awakening, appreciation, and prosperity all happening here. Good for you. That's good. So gratitude this week. Open up to the potential and welcome prosperity. You know, you're being told that you're making wise decisions and you're heading in the right direction. All right? And your spirit is awakening. So if you sit with your shadows, it's the way to enlightenment. And what that means is that you don't deny. We had this talk, I think, on the freaking weekend about you don't deny anything anymore. You open up to it. You trust your intuition. You go with the flow. You know, it's about spirituality for you. It's being in this moment. It's good for you, Taurus. This is a good spot to be in. So embrace it. Unless you're the Three of Swords energy. Oh, God. And it's weird how that Three of Swords is kind of sitting on this. Your shadows. Your fear. Not so much your fear. but your loss, your regret, your sorrow, the pain you still hold in your heart, you need to sit with that to release it. It'll set you free. It really will. Instead of denying it and putting it away in a box, and the box is getting bigger and it's starting to stink and everybody's starting to notice the smell. Okay? That's a good way to put it, Jeff. Very good. I hope that hits, because it should. And not in a bad way, in a good way. Because there are a lot of you that are just not allowing yourself to free yourself of this pain and this hurt and this shit from the past. That's what's going on inside. Also, the Eight of Swords is showing what's going on inside. That's because you're not dealing with this. So, the advice and what to embrace this week is the magician energy. You create your reality. What are you putting your focus on? Are you putting your focus on, I'm a piece of shit and I deserve to hurt and I've been through so much, that's why I always do, and it will always be the same way and I'll never get out of it? Or are you going to sit back and take a good look at your life and go, you know what? I'm in a better spot than I was before, even if it's not the spot you want to be sitting in currently. You see what I'm saying? But where you put your focus and your thoughts is what comes into your reality. And you, this week, have a potential to get rid of this finally and start going with the flow instead of fucking fighting it and denying it. Now, the Page of Swords and the Two of Wands, this is totally different energy than this is on this side here. And that's saying that there's, again, you know, Venus is moving into Gemini. A lot of ideas coming in for you guys. Maybe making some travel plans, looking towards the future, being ready for a more positive life instead of the one that you are just sitting in. That doesn't make you very appreciative, because all you're doing is playing the victim. And I could go on and on about this, but you're probably rolling your eyes or probably going, because you already know this. And it's all right. It's nobody's fault. But you can do something about it by taking control. I am the rhythm of my record, and it's no longer a funeral dirge. It's a fucking rave. Word. I'm coming up with all the good ones. Yeah, look at that. This card is in this deck for some reason like this. Deception and envy. And I'm going to tell you something, Taurus, is your color is green because you envy. You know, you always have the greener grass syndrome, and that's bullshit. Be appreciative. Man, I didn't think I'd be giving it to a Taurus today, but it's your turn. Someone had to get it. You know I love you. All right, let's get some oracles and see what we got. Yeah, look at that. First, intuition, so that's twice that's come out. Okay, so trust your intuition. You know you got to do this. Movements, choices, and decisions to make. Another 2. We've got 2 2s here. Ring-a-ding-ding. All right? Trust your intuition about making these decisions. Just do them. Put the plans into action. 222 is balance and harmony. Lots to focus on this week. And the Empress with taking your power back. Again, empowering yourself. Wow. There's a lot to be thankful here. You know, a lot. And it almost feels like you've gotten off path. Then get back on it. That's all. You're not lost. You're never lost. You're never alone. Okay, let's look at relationships. Wow. Wow. Queen of Swords cuts all cords, speaks her truth. Y'all probably got something to say. Maybe it's just releasing this. Maybe speaking up for yourself, taking that action, nurturing that part of yourself that needs to be heard. I don't know why I'm yelling. It's not me. When I started questioning why am I feeling this way, it's probably your guides coming through like, bitch. But this relationship stuff is a big deal here because we have 4 major cards out with 4 major messages for you. Number 1, have faith. If your relationships are not working out right now, have faith. They will come into balance. You've got some decisions to make. Be patient with your process. That's another thing. Is you got to be patient with what you're dealing with here. Everything in due time. The Emperor comes out with the Emperor, with the Empress, showing that, yes, we need to take our power back. Some of you are in a relationship where you're very two strong individuals and you need to nurture each other instead of not nurture each other. And you are strong enough to do this. You have the strength to do it, to even tame the lion. And Ten of Pentacles is a long-standing relationship. So the Hierophant is a union. Okay? See the two down here? The Emperor and Empress out together is a powerful union. And the Ten of Pentacles in a love portion of the reading, which I'm doing now, is a long, stable relationship, something that you are striving for. And because there's so much major cards in this, I would say it's more than likely that you will get it once you realize that you deserve it and you open up to it. It's already there. Okay? Interesting. And if you're just going through some rough patch in your relationship, why does it have to be so fucking dramatic? Or maybe it has to be. Look at that. Different pages. You and this person don't share the same vision. Again, two strong personalities here that need compromise. Healing. Old wounds and childhood issues need revisiting. Okay, so it starts there. Old wounds. You can't make this shit up, guys. Pay attention to the message for you this week. And last but not least, and this is why I love my job, this is why I love you, and this is why I only do this for your highest and your best, hoping, knowing that it is going to help somebody out there. Denial. Detach with love to clearly see the truth. And I think the majority of you Tauruses have to do this. We were just talking about this. And now it comes out in the cards. Pay attention. Focus on balance and harmony. Sit with your shadows. Don't deny them. You've got shadows to take care of. Your life will improve tenfold just because you're making the action to take care of this. So do it. Man, we are going on 17 minutes. Wow, Taurus. And it doesn't matter. Time, again, doesn't matter to me. But this message has to reach somebody. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Wow, look at that. Oh, yeah, these are What's the Vibe oracles. Adds a little more to this. Look at that. Healing, self-care, introspection, and meditation. Yeah. No doubt about that. And lust. Greed. By any means necessary. And inconsiderate. I feel for a lot of you, that's some of the shadow you've got to sit with. I'm really disturbed by the strawberry. What? But I'm not paying attention to that. I'm paying attention to this. Greed. And acting by any means necessary and being totally inconsiderate of other people. I think that's the part that needs to be healed. I think that's the part that needs some light shed on it. You see all the lights washing that out? Again, I'm just really disturbed by that image. I don't know why. I don't want to know why. But I don't like this. And you can be very... Okay, let's get a closing message for you, Taurus. I think I yelled at you enough. Just remember, don't shoot the messenger, baby. It's your guides. You know, they want you to focus on being appreciative and opening up to prosperity and letting go and healing. There's so much healing that can be taking place here. And all these different decks say the same thing. It's time. Take care of it. Now, this is another favorite deck. I love this deck. Let's get a closing message with this, shall we? There it is. Self-love. Absolutely, and it starts there. Self-love is the foundation of all love. Absolutely. You need some healing. You need to come into balance and harmony with yourself. You need to take charge of your life because you're the only one that can. So thank the universe. Appreciate what you have, even though you don't have what you want yet. And deal with your demons. Heal that part of yourself that refuses to look at it, putting it on the shelf. I'll do it later. I'll take care of it next year. I promise I'll do something. I'll go to church. Fuck it. Start doing your own self-care and self-love, because that's where it starts. All right, Taurus. I love you all. I hope you have a great week. Happy 4th of July, and I will see you on the weekend. Oh, yeah, we're going to have a special freaking weekend. Love you. Didn't mean to yell. Gemini, welcome. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your weekly tarot reading. This tarot reading is going to be for June 30th all the way to July 6th. Can you believe we are in July? I hope everybody is enjoying this summer, because it's going by fast, it looks like. Just like the months previous, it seems like time is speeding up. And we have to ask ourselves, are we going along with this? Are we moving along with the speed of time, or are we falling behind? A good question to ask yourself these days. And the best way to combat all of that falling behind is to be present in the moment. And I've been saying this way before the summer, that this was going to be a time where we really had to be in the present moment in these next 3 months, June, July, and August. So I hope you're practicing that and starting to get on that path, because it's very important, because then you realize that time is slipping away. You don't realize time is slipping away if you're present, because it's right there. You know what I mean? It's getting more in touch with your life and the universe at large too. So let's go over the astrology. It's 4th of July weekend. Actually, 4th of July is on a Friday. Hallelujah. When was the last time that happened? 5 years ago, maybe? I don't know. Too long. Usually it was on a Tuesday. Great. But I give you carte blanche to take a 4-day weekend. Why not? You deserve it. But it's on a Friday, so, you could start partying Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You got 4 days there, baby, Enjoy it. Take it in. Have plenty of cookouts. Just as long as it's, I don't know. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but have fun. Okay? Now on July 4th, Gemini, we have Venus, the planet of love, moving into your sign. All right. I like that for you. I like that. That brings more value into your life. That brings more money into your life. You could be experiencing a money boom right now. And if you're not, you got to align yourself with that energy. Not only that, but Neptune on that same day, July 4th, is going retrograde in Aries. So the veil starts to get a little heavier. And it's getting a little harder to fucking see out there what's going on, and it kind of clouds our judgment. I want everybody to just take it easy. You know what I mean? I always say take it easy, but with this kind of energy, it's taking it easy, because so much can just kind of just slow down and be like, what? You know what I mean? So that's the astrology for the week. That's all we got. But it's enough to really kick out that weekend. We're going to do a special freaking weekend for the 4th of July. Haven't really figured out exactly what kind of chicanery I'm going to be up to, but I'm sure it's going to be good. So keep an eye on that midweek. All right, I am introducing 5 new decks to the fray. They passed my bullshit meter, and I love them. So we're going to start off with the angel number cards. Now, my student got these cards and brought them to the center and I checked them out and I was like, you know what? I need these. I need these. So we're still going to use mine, but like when 555 comes out, I'm just going to set it here on the side so you can see it. Visual representation kind of burns into your subconscious that way, you know? All right, let's get the angel numbers for the week for you. We're going to get one card for Gemini. Yeah, new decks. New decks. Look at that. Manifest your dreams, 4, 5, 6. You have the power to make things happen, Gemini. It is time for you to take action with faith and confidence, knowing that your angels are guiding and supporting you every step of the way. Damn. Manifest your dreams. We got that Gemini. I mean, we got that Venus moving into Gemini. Very, very comfortable to go ahead and do that. You know, Venus in Gemini is a lot of ideas coming your way, you know. So pay attention to 4, 5, 6. Now, let's get a message from your guides. And this is from the new deck, the Energy Oracle cards. Over the years, I've seen a lot of readers use this deck, and I've always had it in my list of, you know, someday maybe. Well, that someday maybe is here, okay? So let's get a message for you for this week. What are they trying to tell us, tell you? Look at that, action. There's a theme going on here. Number 17. Action. Wild stallions taking off. Let's read it. Number 17. 17. Okay, this card tells you that now is the time for more aggressive forward movement. Gemini, the galloping horses represent intentional and concerted action directed to your goals. This card indicates that you are on the right track, but your determined efforts must increase. The white horse is inner action of spirit and thought. The black is the outer work that still needs to be done. So continue taking action and trust your intuition. In time, you'll break through and see the results you've been working so hard to create. Snap. That's good. Now, let's get the affirmation. Your affirmation for this week is, I am responsible for my own life. I take action toward my goals and my own happiness every day. Damn. That is fantastic. Okay? Now, interesting how we have the black and the white horse here, indicating the inner and the outer, the shadow. We're also going to get from this new deck. I absolutely love this deck. This is the Shadow Work Oracle. So this kind of points things out that we need to be aware of for this week. As you can see, these cards are very new and they're very slippery and shiny, and they're very hard to stack because I'm trying to stack them and they just go all over the place. But let's get a card for you, Gemini, that we need to work on. All right. I love the vector art in this too. Soul mirrors. Like shoe mirrors? Others reflect your own relationship with yourself. So have an open heart, and it's about a healing union. So remember, others reflect your own relationship with yourself. So if you're having a tough time with other people and they may be being difficult, they're actually mirroring that energy off of you. So that's what they want you to be aware of, is that be careful of the energy that you're seeing coming in from other people. That could be mirroring something that you're feeling internally. So it's time to manifest your dreams. It's time to take some more action inwardly and outwardly. And the Shadow Work card is telling you, remember that other people are reflecting your relationship with yourself. So keep an open heart. And there could be like a healing union between some people here. Maybe just realizing that will help you heal. Okay? All right, now let's get the vibe for the week for you, Gemini. What do we have? I see the Knight of Wands there. Yeah, Page of Wands. That's action, man. That's action. Anything else? Nope. Wow. Okay. Very, very, very telling here. Very telling. The Page Wands to the Knight of Wands is showing a maturation process, first of all. The Wheel of Fortune screams, it's time. It's time to manifest your dreams, okay? However, this is interesting. You see the black and the white wolves there. The black and white horses. Pay attention. Pay attention. Your emotions, the uncertainty has really, really, really kind of stolen your zest for life. The Page of Wands comes in to say, lighten up. You know what I mean? This is about change. This is about not letting things, you know, you're mired in the past, in the present, in the future. You know, it's just, you're taking life way too seriously. You need to have like a childlike wonder this week and adapt that. With the Knight of Wands, you can see the horse in the background, the darker horse, the dark horse. Focus. Sony, really, it's the 21st century here. Let's get the fucking Zoom right, guys. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta... Anyway, you see the horse in the background. Knight of Wands is getting your passion back, getting excited. The time is now with the Wheel of Fortune. Luck is on your side. Oh, there we go. Okay, see? So, let's change the way we're looking at things. We're taking things way too seriously, and that's taking action, too. Instead of howling at the moon, start fucking moving towards it. You know what I mean? It's time. There's a big message here. It's time. Stop being so serious and just enjoy life right now. Let's get some oracles, shall we? So action needs to be taking place. Yeah, see, the uncertainty because of the heartache and loss that you currently have gone through, I understand, but it's not serving you anymore. It's time to go. It's time to let it go. Ooh, look, there is a... Hope was hidden behind spiritual strength here. Interesting. Thought there was only 3 cards. Yes. Use your spiritual strength. What are those, Jeff? Hope and taking your power back. You are strong enough. Wow. You see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hands. Okay, this is very powerful reading for you, Gemini. Let's look at love. Let's see what's going on with that. So, you're resilient enough. This is showing your resilience. This is showing that, you know, it's time to shake off the cobwebs. All right, let's look at relationships. Yeah. The Tower. The 3 of Swords. Again. And the 10 of Swords. I mean, that is just, it's brutal. And I think you're done taking arrows. And it's time to empower yourself. The Knight of Cups brings in an offer. So Knight energy here. Action. Moving towards love. Being hopeful. Really, you're moving out of a bad relationship here. I mean, it's pretty heavy stuff. I'm sending you good energy, Gemini. Let's get messages of love. What do we have for Gemini? Protected, yes, absolutely. You are safe and divinely guided. You are absolutely safe and divinely guided. Remember that. Past life love. Your soul remembers this intense connection. So we may be just mired in the past. It's time to let that go. It's time to move forward. I'm warning, don't dismiss the red flags here. That your focus is off. It's off center. It's time to get it to center. You're strong enough to make this transition. You really are. Okay? Now, let's get what's the vibe? New deck. Let's add a little bit more to this. Let's see. What else do we have for Gemini regarding relationships here? And antisocial, in your feelings, silent treatment, left out. Okay, so this card, that shows the moon. You're too much in your feelings, and it brings you down. Maybe someone's giving you the silent treatment. It's okay. Move forward. Be you. And wishful thinking, second chance, deja vu, and nostalgia. Yeah, a lot of you are ruminating about the past. You know, some of you are getting a second chance at this with the past life love here. But you're strong enough to do it. It's time for you to move on. It's time to get out of your feelings. It's time to no longer be left out. Remember, if you're feeling left out, if others are leaving you out, how are you doing that in your life? You know what I mean? All right, let's get a closing message. It's kind of a little brutal message, but I'm reading, but there's so much good that you should be focusing on. So it's like, where are you putting your focus? Take action to focus on the good, because you deserve it. Let's get a closing message from the Cosmic Energy Oracle cards for you. And it is miracles. Absolutely. Absolutely, Gemini. Miracles are everywhere. Keep the faith. Wow. Big reading here. Pay attention. Go back and watch it if you have to. All right, Gemini, that is going to do it for this week. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let me know how you like the new cards in the comments. And yeah, we're going to have a special freaking weekend posted midweek. Don't forget, I got a new feature. Check in the dailies so you get a daily message, angel numbers, and one of the Cosmic Oracle cards every day. Classes are going to be beginning in July, online and in person. Go ahead and check those out. And also, I am open for personal readings, tarot and astrology, in person or online. You choose. Click the link in the description and it'll bring you to my booking page. Gemini, have a safe and happy holiday, and I will see you on the weekend. Cancer, welcome. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your weekly tarot reading. This tarot reading is going to be for June 30th to July 6th. Man, holy shit. We are already in July. Happy birthday for you Cancers out there. It's your season. Slay, slay, slay. Get it. Get some, want some, do that, you know, that kind of thing. Happy birthday if your birthday lands in this week. Actually, happy birthday. What's it like to have a birthday on July 4th? Do any of you have birthdays on July 4th? Let me know. But wow, we have some energy going on July 4th. We have Venus, the planet of love, moving into Gemini. So there could be a lot of ideas flowing for you. For the collective, you know, but a lot of plans being made, a lot of things going on, you know. 4th of July is on a Friday, and it hasn't been on a weekend in a while. So, you know, I give you carte blanche to take a 4-day weekend, whatever days you choose. You choose, you're worth it. You know what I'm saying, Cancer? It's your birthday. So, Venus is moving into Gemini. So, nice energy. Chatty, social. Lovey-dovey. I have Venus and Gemini in my 8th house. Go figure that out. Wrap your head around that enigma. All right, so Neptune, the planet of disillusionment and fantasy and all things spiritual and hidden realms that you find lurking in the woods, that kind of thing, is going retrograde. Fucking fantastic on July 4th. So that's happening in Aries. So it's just... So the veil falls. The dark side is upon us. No, I'm just saying, you know. The shroud of the dark side has fallen. It hasn't, actually. We're just being told to... I was burning some Palo Santo. We're just being advised to let's scale back the fantasies. Let's Scale back. Are we escaping or are we dealing with our shit? Are we seeing what's going on out there? Are we illusionary to it? You know, Neptune can be like a hall of mirrors sometimes. And when it's retrograde, they added a smoke machine. So now, good luck trying to manage your way out of a hall of mirrors with smoke machines. That's Neptune retrograde. So, again, slow it down a little bit. That Venus and Gemini energy is enough. All right? So, that's all we got going on is July 4th. And what a fucking weekend it will be. We're going to do a freaking weekend little special thing. I don't know what I'm going to do. Shoot bottle rockets out of my back end. I don't know. Something fun, I'm sure. Stay tuned for that. Posted midweek. And yeah, so I'm going to be introducing 5 new decks. 5, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5. We're going to do some angel numbers. We're still going to do my angel numbers because I like them. And but I'm going to actually use them in the middle of the readings. Like, say like 444 comes out with the cards. I'm going to stick that over here so you can see it. Okay? So we can have a visual reference to it. Now, I have new angel number cards here. I like these. One of my students brought them to my attention, and I was like, yep, I need that for the channel. So, son of a bitch, this was at the bottom of the deck. It was at the bottom of the deck, guys. I'm not kidding. Manifest your dreams. 4, 5, 6. Focus. Ugh. What is up with that, Sony? Fix your shit. Number 4, 5, 6. You have the power to make things happen. It is time for you to take action with faith and confidence, knowing that your angels are guiding and supporting you every step of the way. Fuck yeah. 4, 5, 6. I really like these. Really like those. Let's put that in the corner. All right. Now, new deck number 2. Energy Oracle cards. I've always liked these. They've always been in my shopping cart. And the other day was the day. I was just like, you know, the someday maybe card pile is getting big. Let's take care of it. So let's get a message from your guides for this week for you, Cancer. Victory. Fuck yeah. 8 plus 2 is 10 with 28. Really digging that. Someone is cooking something good. Oh, dear Lord. I wasn't hungry, but now I am. Success and achievement. This card shows a beautiful spirit holding a golden victory wreath in acknowledgement of their achievement. Success is on its way. You have a sense of pride in which you've worked to accomplish. The achievement may be greater outer success, or it may be a deep inner change that you've been exerting a lot of effort towards. Enjoy this sense of accomplishment, but be careful not to rest upon your laurels. People expect outer triumph to bring great changes, but often there may still be inner work to do. Let yourself be open to victory on every level now. Interesting. So, claim victory. Let's read the affirmation for this week. I'm achieving great things within myself and in the world. I see myself as a success in many wonderful ways, even now. Well, that's manifesting your dreams, if I've ever heard of it. I love the way that all kind of comes together there. Okay? Love it. All right. Let's add deck number 3, the Shadow Work Oracle. Now, I like this deck. I like the artwork. I really resonated with it. And this kind of gives us, all right, this is what we need to work on. This shadow aspect of ourself needs some attention for this week, okay? I really like the results of this too. All right, what do we have for Cancer? Which one? Unmasking truth. The eye sees only what the mind is prepared to know. Self-examining, reevaluation. We need to work on that. I love that. The eye sees only what the mind is prepared to know. So doing a lot of self-examining could bring more things into balance and into your reality, manifesting. Follow me on that? Open your eyes to new possibilities. Maybe looking at yourself and going, you know what? I think I'm the reason why I'm not happy. You know what I mean? I'm the one getting in the way. It's not them, it's me. Shit. It's all right. That'll clear the air, I'll tell you that right now. Anything else? There's like one more in there. Is there? Yes. 2. Damn. Okay. All right, so the Five of Wands really just already wants me to get to work. Five of Wands, drama going on here, has got you off balance, especially when it comes to money. Now, I'm going to tell you this. The universe says for today, for this week, have patience. Everything in its divine timing. Everything in its divine timing. It's time with the Wheel of Fortune. This is very lucky. This is very good energy here. I'm really liking this, Cancer, for you. Out of all of this comes success and victory. 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment, and Ace of Cups. I mean, fuck. That's good stuff. That's very good energy here. It's really manifesting your dreams. Taking care of yourself, filling your cup first, not focusing on the drama. You know what I mean? And realizing that there's an ebb and flow to life. I'm telling you, some self-examination is going to bring a lot of revelation to you and unmasking a lot of the half-truths you've been telling yourself, you know, or that you've been ignorant to. It's all right. Life is a learning lesson. We learn along the way. It's the ones that don't get it and keep repeating the same thing over and over and over and over again, and then gets pissed off because they keep getting the same fucking person, the same thing, the same job, the same situation. You know, you just don't understand that it's your attention that's bringing these things into your reality. Your thought process, how you speak to yourself, your view of the world. If your view of the world is cynical, you're gonna experience a very cynical world. You know what I mean? How's that working for you? All right. Yeah, look at that. Conflict and defeat. Enough. Enough of this. That's what's put you out of balance. What do? We probably, more than likely, need to ground. I am safe. I am secure. The universe supports me. Balance. You come into balance by focusing on balance, not the imbalance. The imbalance. You see what I'm saying? Again, that's more self-examination. Okay. 111. Pay attention to that. Actually, 1111. Let's bring it out, Jeffy. You were on the right path. 1111. Can't make this shit up, guys. I love it for you. Now, let's get some love. Let's see what's going on in the love department. I like the Ace of Cups and the 9 of Cups. So let's see. I don't like the 5 of Cups. Oy, madon. Okay. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune is out again. The 2 of Pentacles is out again. Wow. All right. Well, we got 555 here. So when it comes to love, there's a lot of change, transformation, and it's a halfway point for you. Okay? What we need to change is this. The drama, the conflict and defeat, the shoulda, woulda, coulda, the regret, the sorrow. That's what puts you off balance. It makes you very wishy-washy about what you want in your life. Page of Swords is bringing in a message, or you delivering a message. A new way of looking at things, too. And the Wheel of Fortune is, again, saying it's time. Could be dealing with a Leo, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, or Aquarius. Fixed signs. Let's get some messages of love. So something's up. Something is up. 2 Wheel of Fortune's out. Looks like both people may be out of balance right now. Maybe that's what's causing all of this. Whatever this is. Mr. Anderson. I don't know why I said that. Mr. Anderson. Is it awakening out of the matrix? Is that what it is? Someone is undergoing a spiritual transformation. Is that what you're doing? Protected, you are safe and divinely guided. That base chakra. Absolutely. And interference. An external party is intruding on this relationship. If you let it, there's drama and all kinds of shit. But you have to focus on victory, manifest your dreams, and unmask the truth. You may be mucking up the works. And it's okay. Open up to some better energy here. Now, let's get what's the vibe. Deck number 4. Isn't it great? I like the way these are shaping up. I really do. I really, really do. Holy fuck. All right. Okay. So we've got a psychopath, abusive, conniving, unpredictable. Is that who's interfering on this? Is that the drama that's being caused here? Paranoid, cautious, insecure, and guarded. That's the 9 of Wands right there. You know? Wow. Lust, greed by any means necessary, and inconsiderate. You know, I don't really dig it. What's the symbolism with the strawberry in that? What? Is that frosting? It's frosting, right? Right? It's frosting. I'm disturbed by that. Anyway, epiphany, self-reflection. Again, that has come up. Answered question and untapped talents when you reveal it to yourself. That's where the gold's at, baby. Because of the possibilities. Follow your dreams. Make up your fucking mind and believe in yourself. That's what makes all of this come into fruition here. Not this. See how you're trying to balance all that? I'm pretty sure strawberries don't leak that kind of yummy goodness. I just don't know what that is. Well, you win some, you lose some in the tarot card game, I guess. Jesus. All right, folks. Let's get a closing message. Deck number 5, Cosmic Energy Oracle cards. Let's wrap it all up. I'm telling you right now, there's great energy here for you this week. You need to release a lot of bullshit. Get out there and ground. And the universe keeps saying, it's time, it's time, it's time. It's time, it's time. You're on the right path. You know, it goes on and on and on. Adventure. Adventure is the path to new worlds. I love that. Cancer. That's going to do it for this week. Ooh, did you see that? Now let's focus in. Yes. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget, I'm going to have a special freaking weekend posted for you midweek. And check out the daily messages I'm also posting every day. And if you would like a personal reading, tarot or astrology, in person or online, just go ahead and click the link in the description and it'll bring you to my booking page. Cancer, have a great, safe week and holiday, and I will see you on the weekend. Sky rockets in flight. Leo, welcome. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your weekly tarot reading. This tarot reading is going to be for June 30th all the way to July 6th. Leo, man, it is July. Closer and closer to our season. Yes, that's right. Yeah, we'll give Cancer their season. Yes, you can have it. Have fun, because pretty soon it's going to be ours. But can you believe that we're already in July? It's like, you know, I'm going to tell you something. May and June seemed like it was a week. I've been saying that almost every reading for a long time, is that time is just speeded up, man. It's incredible. So let's ask ourselves, are we moving along with time, or are we falling behind? I guess that's the question we got to ask ourselves, you know? So, and of course, you are moving in divine timing. So everything is working as it should for you. Yes, that is true. We've got a lot going on for this 4th of July. Now, you know that I also incorporate astrology into the weekly readings and, well, everything I do because I am an astrologer and tarot reader. So, July 4th, Independence Day. We've got a couple things going on. We have Venus, the planet of love, moving into Gemini. Very chatty energy, very love, very, multiple partner kind of thing. Man, I'd just like one solid one. That would be great. But of course, I'm inviting that into my life. Let's say it, all the single Leos out there, let's say it now. I invite a beautiful relationship into my life that's reciprocating energy, that communicates well, and doesn't have to fucking guess what the other person is thinking, because we deserve somebody that communicates love effectively. And if they want me, they're coming to get me. Thank you. It is done. It is done. It is done. Man, talk about one hell of an affirmation. Go back and listen to that and let it be your mantra for the week. All right. So we have Venus moving into Gemini. Very creative energy. Could be, the dream factory could be working overtime for you. Excellent. However, we have Neptune going retrograde in Aries starting on July 4th. And it's in a fellow fire sign, so it's going to be, a little funky. What could that be? Neptune is kind of, see, I have Neptune retrograde in my first house, so I look at it as escaping in some way, whether it's boozing, drugging, fucking, and I have Venus in Gemini in my chart, so, in the 8th house, figure that out. Yeah. Anybody that knows astrology knows what I'm talking about. It's like, okay. I just revealed a lot about myself. If you know anything about astrology, Neptune retrograde in my first house and Venus in Gemini in my 8th will tell you a lot about what kind of person I am. But, however, the Venus retrograde, I've overcome that. Smoking, boozing, and drugging. Well, not so much. I mean, I don't do drugs, but I marijuana. That's it. I stopped smoking cigarettes. I stopped biting my nails. I stopped escaping. This is my escape, and it pays off. You know what I mean? I do this for my whole life. So I'm living the fantasy I fantasized about when I was a kid. I want to be a tarot reader. I want to have a spiritual shop. Well, I got it. Okay, so Neptune kind of puts the veil on things. So just be aware of that. And maybe that Venus and Gemini will kind of give you the foresight and the intuition to kind of differentiate what the fuck's going on. All right, so it's just a funky energy that's happening on that weekend. And it's great because July 4th is happening on a Friday. When was the last time that happened? You know what I mean? Usually 4th of July is on a fucking Tuesday. Shit. But this is on a Friday, so I give you carte blanche to party the whole weekend because that's what us Leos do, It's just not one day, it's the whole weekend. So I'm going to be, planning an extravaganza. Maybe I'll invite all you. Who knows? All right, so that's all we got going on for this week. I got angel number cards. I ordered some. One of my tarot students brought in some new decks, and I was like, ooh. And I really resonated with them, so I bought some. Okay, I am still going to use the number cards that I made. Okay, but I'm going to use those when, say, like we get 3 5s. We get all these reoccurring numbers. I'm going to put them on the side here to kind of give you a reference point. All right, so let's get our angel numbers for the week. Okay, what's this? 654. Simplification. Simplify your life and focus on what truly matters. Declutter your mind and surroundings for greater clarity and effectiveness. All right. That's kind of what I'm doing right now. So pay attention to 654. Simplify things. It doesn't have to be complicated. I was really thinking about that this morning. Because I was like playing scenarios in my head and they were very dramatic. And it was like, why are you being dramatic about it? You don't need to approach this way with this kind of energy. And it really worked. All right, now we're going to do another deck for our guides message, and that's from the Energy Oracle cards. Really liking these. Of course, I just don't get decks and use them. Although I have a lot of decks that I did like, but they just don't fit this table. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. They're still here at my side in their boxes, you know. They'll be used at some point. But I love incorporating new decks, and I only do that if they resonate. And this deck really did. I've seen some other tarot readers use them, and I've been meaning to get it. And, well, here we are. So let's get our message from our guides from this new Oracle deck. Okay. What do we have for fellow kings and queens, Leo, for this week? What's the message? What's the guides telling us? Number 31, door to value. So what do we got here? We got the doors of abundance opening up. Look at that. Really like that. 3 + 1 is 4. Okay, let's read up on it. 31. This card shows a door with a gold coin on it, opening to a place that's filled with light and bright potential. Money, coins, and jewels fly toward you through the open door, revealing a golden city beyond. Hell yeah! All this points to the potential for exciting new beginnings or expansions where work or money are concerned. Perhaps a new opportunity is totally unexpected, or perhaps it's something you've been working toward for quite a while. Either way, keep your eyes open, Leo, for this new beginning to appear in your life. Know that anything you value may be open to you now. Remain conscious and creative, and get ready to step through the door. Wow, I love that. And the affirmation is, my life is opening to endless possibilities of prosperity. The river of abundance flows freely through my door, bringing me unlimited wealth. I fucking love that. So open up the door to wealth. And it might be by simplifying the process of how you do it. Interesting. Okay. Now, we're going to do a new thing. You're not just getting 2 cards at the beginning, but 3 now. We are going to use this new deck, which I really love. My student, Kevin, again, he picked out these decks, man, and they're just great. This is the Shadow Work Oracle cards. Now, this intention is to kind of see what we need to work on this week. It kind of calls you out. It's not like the Rebel deck. It's not that bad, but it does kind of give great insight. Otherwise, I wouldn't use them for you, you know? And here we go. I just love the artwork, too. I love that vector artwork. Having hope. Navigate your shadows with compassion and gentleness. So the keywords are grace, kindness, and self-care. So fill your cup, and it will overrunneth. But you have to have hope. Maybe simplifying that. Being kind to yourself. Applying self-care. So it's really not a shadow. It's just let go of the negative thoughts. That maybe that's what's stopping this door of wealth to open up to you. Okay. Wow. Like this. You know, maybe there's something that isn't in your life yet. Like for me, it's personal stuff. Okay. Fuck it, I don't care. I mean, I don't care. You can think what you want. It's a relationship. I'm ready to open up to a relationship. I really am. So that's what I'm putting out there. And I'm having hope. And I'm simplifying my life. You know? And it does give me better clarity. And I'm more effective because I'm getting rid of the clutter. I'm literally throwing shit out every week. You know? Or any chance I can get. But I'm replacing it with new stuff, especially with mindset and all of that. But you got to have hope. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Nine of Pentacles is kind of just like this. You're opening that door to abundance. You plant the seeds, you reap the fruit, okay? Yeah, look at that. Look at this. Oof, 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 oof. All right, Leo. We definitely have prosperity here with all these pentacles. The Page of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is bringing practical, everything's got to be practical and grounded for you this week. Get out there and do some grounding, of course. But there's an offer coming in here. I think you take it, and I think you benefit from it. It's about being mature. The problem is, again, you can't have hope when you have the Eight of Swords. You know, your negative thoughts. Navigate yourself away from these negative thoughts this week. And don't let your low self-esteem or anything like that affect you. You know, again, declutter your mind. And it's all about getting rid of these negative thought patterns. They no longer serve you. Now, the Knight of Cups. Well, there he is. A love offer coming in through a message. You might meet somebody. Very interesting. Okay. Now, let's get some oracles. Let's see. What do we have here? Okay. What is this? Ooh. Yeah, definitely moving on. Out of the dark into the light. That having hope is big for you this week. Maybe moving through that door of prosperity, opening up to prosperity. The Sun card, that's us. Shine as brightly as the sun. Focus on the light, moving on towards the light. Reaching for that prosperity. You see what's going on this week? I love it. And financial and material changes. Are you kidding me? Yeah. Definitely something here about a job or money making or something like that. Looks like I'm going to be busy with bookings. Okay. Nice. I enjoy that. That's my life. That's what I love. So if you want to book a reading with me, this is the week to do it, you know. I'll have July 4th off, but I'll be free all weekend. And of course through the whole week too, because I do online readings from home and even from the shop if I don't have anything booked there, you know. So I'm versatile. And the link to book your reading with me is in the description. You'll see me fly by the screen here once in a while. Yeah, Six of Swords. Yeah, this is moving out of a negative mindset. Absolutely. Ace of Swords. Message coming in. Five of Pentacles. Releasing this fear in relationships. Oh my God, we got the sun out again. I think you can meet a fellow Leo. That's what I think for singles. Yeah, you are definitely getting a new mindset, especially when it comes to relationships here. Good for you, Leo. Good for us, because that's where I'm at right now. And the sun, again. You want somebody that's going to match that energy. And I'm telling you, it's available. Especially when there's two suns out here. Absolutely. But have fun. Don't let this spoil you this week. All right, let's get some messages of love. There they are. They just kind of flew out like that. Look at that. Strictly sexual. This connection is passionate but not enduring. Now, you probably heard me bitch and piss and moan about this card, but I refuse to take it out of the deck, okay? Because maybe strictly sexual isn't doing it for you. Oh, I'm just going to hook up. Maybe that hookup culture ain't working for you anymore. In my case, I want more. But I ain't giving it up. You know what I mean? So... All right, shit. Unplug. Working less will help strengthen your relationship. For some of you, yes. You know, you probably need to be attentive to your partner. Give them a little light, too. And leap of faith. It's safe to make the move you're considering. And that's opening up the door to real value in relationships. Absolutely. But you have to have hope and simplify your process. and true love. This love is emotional, physical, and unconditional. And it sure is with these two suns here, showing that this will only make sense to you when it totally fits. And it is possible, Leo. It is possible. It's out there. All right, let's get what's the vibe. So this looks great. This looks great. It's safe to make the move you're considering. I open up to a beautiful reciprocating relationship, and I'm deserving of it. There it is, you know. So let's see what else adds to this. Thrills, continuous cycles, bad decisions, and addictions. Now, we were just talking about that. You know, maybe that's what it's all about, is thrilling. Maybe some of you just like the thrill of the chase, and then after that, you're like, nah. You know? I went through that kind of phase for a little bit. Remember, Neptune retrograde, first house, established, settled, secure, and wealthy. Yes, that's what you want, is someone that is settled, secure, and wealthy. Of course, you don't want somebody you have to train by making bad decisions and constantly being in the cycle, you know, of picking that low-hanging fruit. You're reaching for the real ripe stuff. And look at that, harmony, balance, peace, and happiness. So that's all you focus on this week. That's it. That's all you need to focus on this week. I love that. Now, let's get a closing message. This was a great reading this week. Let me know in the comments. We're almost at 18 minutes. Because I love you. I love you. All right. Let's get Cosmic Energy Oracle. And see. Oh, look at that. Courage. Yes. Courage. Leo, for this week, courage lies within you. You have the power to overcome anything. You sure do. Absolutely. So focus on harmony and peace. That's the simplification process. That's it. Just focus on balance, peace, and harmony. Even if it's not there, you can still focus on it. Do things that will make you feel that way. If rock balancing is one of it, yeah, absolutely. You know, but the door to prosperity is definitely opening. Whatever that prosperity is, you deserve it and you open up to it. All right, Leo, that is going to do it for this week. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let me know how you like the new decks in the comments. And the freaking weekend is posted midweek to give you the vibe for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I got you covered there too, my fellow kings and queens. And don't forget to check out every morning at 8 o'clock. I am posting daily messages. Go ahead and check those out. Share them with your friends. Introduce them to me. You know what I mean? Help with the algorithm. And classes are starting in July, in person and online. Yes, I will be posting little teasers for the onlines and for the in-persons too. But classes, tarot, astrology, law of attraction, using your energy, crystals, and so much more. Lots of little astrology mini classes you can take. Beautiful. Just wait. I'll be keeping you in the loop about that. And if you would like a personal tarot or astrology reading, in person or online, you can book yours by clicking the link in the description, and it'll bring you to my booking page. Leo, simplify the process, have hope, and open that door to value, because I'm telling you, what you want is there, and all you have to do is open up to it. Okay, I love you all. Have a great week, and I will see you on the weekend. Happy 4th of July. Virgo, welcome. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your weekly tarot reading. And this tarot reading is going to be for June 30th all the way to July 6th. Man, I just cannot believe that we are here in July. And I hope you are thriving. I hope you are enjoying the summer. I hope you're really taking stock of it. It seems like time is really starting to pass us by. And you have to ask yourself, are you allowing it to pass by? Or are you taking in the beautiful moments that the summer, this season, can offer to you? The nice weather, the blooming and the growing and the growth that's all around you, you know? I've got flowers and a garden this year. I always do, but I haven't had a garden in years. And I refurbished my garden, and it's beautiful. And it's such a great time to go ahead and tend to things and nurture them and grow. It's like having children again, lots of them. and looking at the sunflowers that are growing and all the beautiful flowers that are blooming. And it puts me in a state of appreciation. And I think this time, and I said it earlier months ago, that we really need to take stock of this 3-month period until the fall equinox. Wow, just heard that. I don't know if that was fireworks or gunshots. You never know in the hood. You know what I mean? I don't live in the hood, but yeah, those are fireworks. Or it's an automatic. I don't know. Time will tell. If we hear sirens, either someone blew their hand off or someone got shot. It's just that's Dunkirk, New York for you. Okay, so, and if you know, you know. So yeah, July 4th is on a Friday, so that kind of that's great. We can finally have it on a weekend instead of during the week. That always sucked, So let's take advantage of this. Take off Thursday and have yourself a 4-day weekend. I don't want to condone bad behavior, but don't you think you deserve it? But I'd be careful on this day because we've got some things going on July 4th. First of all, Venus is the planet of love, is moving into Gemini. So there's a duality there. There's a lot of communication, a lot of ideas flowing, and that's great, Virgo. Do them. All right. However, at the same time, Neptune, the planet of illusion and spirituality and religion, and, it's a veil over things. It's a foggy veil that sits on the truth or the situation. It's going retrograde. So that's double veil, you know what I mean, in Aries. So that's some pretty tough energy to work with. So don't fall for any illusions or any tricksters, Barnum and Bailey. What is it? P.T. Barnum said there's a sucker born every minute. Well, don't be one of those. Okay, we are going to do angel numbers first. I bought a deck that one of my students had, and I really liked it. I was prompted 2 weeks ago to make these. I've been adding these to the readings, and I'll still use them. Say, like, if you get 222, I'll just put this over here as a reminder, kind of a visual, kind of burning it in your retinas in the back of your brain. But I got real cards, with some meanings on them too, and I love them. So let's do this, Virgo. We're introducing 5 new decks to the reading, so yay! All right, there we go. Let's get our angel numbers for this week. Oh my God, look, it was at the bottom of the deck. You can't make that shit up. Wow. Oh, wow. 111. Your thoughts are manifesting rapidly. Trust in divine guidance and stay focused on your goals. Fuck. That's awesome. Love that. Let's put that over here for you, shall we? Right in the corner. All right, now we're going to get a message from your guides. And this is from our new deck, the Energy Oracle cards. I've seen a lot of other tarot readers out there, and trust me, I have a lot of favorites. And I've always wanted these, and I kind of kept it in my shopping cart for the longest time. And, well, I just said, screw it, and did it. So, like these cards. I like them as a guide message. I think they'll work very well. I love trying out new decks. Okay, let's do this, Virgo. And it is the Thinking Woman. Very Virgoian, I would think. Green, solid, knowledgeable. She looks a little resting bitch face, though. Let's see. Okay, the Thinking Woman, number 47. Excited about these new decks. Female of wisdom or understanding. This card shows a woman holding a book, standing before a staircase, ready to lead you into higher understanding. Okay, we like that. This woman could be a friend who helps you express and understand your feelings, or she could be a teacher brought to your life at this time to take you in a new direction. This could also be a new love interest with a woman who is thoughtful, conscious, and aware. Or like the thinking man, the card could represent a side of yourself that's ready to blossom and bring clarity and assistance to the world. If so, find your voice and let your wisdom shine. Like that. The affirmation for this is, I open my mind and heart to my own inner wisdom. I am thoughtful, focused, and clear. Wow. Yeah, that is kind of like Virgo. Virgo energy. I was going to say Vogo. Virgo energy. Very reminiscent to it. So, or maybe you're meeting somebody. Hey. Now we're going to get something, a little bit more advice about our shadow in some way. This is the Shadow Work Oracle deck. Now, I really love this deck. Again, I got to credit one of my tarot students. Brought this deck in and I was just like, what? I have to use this. So I'm really excited to introduce new decks for you guys. Emotional release. I love the artwork too. I love the whole vector thing. Emotional release. Letting go creates space for new beginnings. Absolutely. Catharsis, purification. That's what this week is about. So it would be a good time to get some emotional release. That'll help you align. Interesting. All right. Excited to add these for you. To do these. I love my job. I mean, I'm very grateful. I mean, I wanted to be so much when I was a kid. It varied from being an astronaut, being Luke Skywalker, blowing up the Death Star, to being a rock star, to being an astrologer and healer and guide and teacher and all of that. I used to play school when I would come home from school. So bizarre. And I love teaching. I love teaching metaphysical stuff and opening your mind and helping you align with your energy. And I get to do this, you know, I get to be my goofy ass self and my intuitive self all at the same time. I mean, this is me, you know, and I get to share that with you. And I'm very grateful to do that. Oh my God, I think I'm going to cry, you know, but I mean, that's it. And there's no reason why you can't do that. I'm just an average Joe. I had to use my intuition when I was younger as a trauma response. I had to feel the room out. Mom and dad going to fight? Is everything okay? Who do I trust? You know, and it's a muscle. Everyone has it. And when you use that muscle, it gets stronger. You know that if you lift weights, you know? So I guess what I'm just saying is that you can too have things work out the way you envision them. Really. Very grateful. Thank you, everybody, for being here. All right. And then I got to muck it up by saying something stupid like, I love you. All right. I'm going to put this right here. Yeah, I think that needs to go right there because that's important down the road here. So this does look like it's pointing towards this emotional release. This is a rebirth. You know, it's the death card. It's the end of something, which makes you feel very uncertain right now, Virgo. And you have to understand that we just can't worry. We have to be aware of where our thoughts are taking us. And I think it's really a time for you. This is that 10 of Wands. This is that emotional release right here. Stop carrying all this baggage with you. Instead, the Queen of Pentacles is saying, feet on the ground, go outside and ground. Again, go in your garden. Tend to your garden. The King of Cups keeps his emotions under, doesn't create waves, calms his storm, trusts his intuition, okay? And I want you to notice how the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles both have their eyes closed in complete and utter trust, okay? And you're strong enough to get through all of this, Leo energy. You see that? I burned my hand on my grill. I bet you everyone's like, what is that on his finger? It's a grill mark First burn of the year. And then we have at the top of this, the Knight of Cups with an offer here. So we get rid of some baggage and an opportunity comes in because we are strong enough to release it and aligns us with our true nature of being wise, using our wisdom and our intuition. Interesting. Very interesting reading. Okay, let's get some oracles and see what they add to this. I think for some of you Virgos, if you are in a relationship, I think maybe you have had a falling out and it's time to reassess what's going on here. I think that's for some of you. Yeah, suffering in silence. Suffering in silence. And base chakra. So your security has been shaken. You are safe. You are protected. That's what you say. I am safe. I am protected. I am grounded. I do. From now on, when the base chakra comes out, that is get outside and ground. New beginnings. Open up to the new beginnings. The Fool always follows the death and rebirth card. With new beginnings, maybe traveling, because when you release the Ten of Wands, the new beginning comes in. As you can see, very telling here, the Ten of Wands, she's carrying that wand and all that baggage, okay? And she releases the baggage. She's still holding onto that wand, that change, but she's free of the baggage. Excellent. Love that. Love that. I'm so glad those two came out together. I've always had these two at some point in a reading come out, and I've never really looked at it that way. That is beautiful. And the Four of Wands. A lot of change here. Nine of Wands, Four of Wands. I know that there's a lot of doubt, but I'm telling you, this is going to work. You just have to release your burdens. You're so burdened by this. Okay? Let's look at love. Maybe it's relationships that need to be released. Empress is telling you to empower yourself. Oh, yeah, look. Oh, boy. Okay. There's a lot more cards here than I thought. Yeah, this is... There's a big message here. Don't be tempted with the devil here to stick into the past. To focus on the past. It makes you confused and stuck. So this is what we're doing. We're freaking out about a relationship. That it doesn't even exist anymore. The King of Swords cuts out cords, speaks his truth, lets this go, just like the Queen of Swords. No, we release it. And it's time to take your power back. And the Wheel of Fortune says it's time. You could be dealing with a Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, or Aquarius. There is big Leo energy in here. Okay? So, it's an end to suffering in silence. It's an end to focusing on our shitty relationships. Well, they're done. It's over with. You can't do anything. So, move on, you know? Regret. Someone feels remorse for the way they treated you. I think you also feel regret just for the way you've treated you and they treated you and everything else in between. Apology. You can expect the apology you want to hear. So something may be coming back around here. And twin flame, this is a divine counterpart connection. Now let's talk about that. Let's talk about getting ourselves out of this mindset and opening up, because it's time. I'm telling you, a lot of you singles will be getting an offer and opening up to love. Now, let's do some new cards with What's the Vibe. What the fuck? Anything else? Nope. Okay. Just those two. Yeah, look at that. Isolation, rejected, left alone, self-inflicted, suffering in silence. Maybe it's time to let that go. And waves, emotion, worry, and fear. There's a lot of that in this reading. Let it go. Purify yourself in the waters of Lake Minnetonka. That's from Purple Rain, if you didn't know. How dare you if you didn't? Go watch it. Cosmic Energy Oracle cards, closing out the message for you, Virgo. And there it is. And it's divinity. That's right. Remember your divinity. Every moment is filled with divinity. Cherish it. That almost reminds me of the Wheel of Fortune, saying it's time. Okay? Damn, that's beautiful energy there. Beautiful energy. Virgo, this looks tough, but it's time to come out of your isolation. It's time to do this emotional release. And remember who you are. You are part of the divine and not separate from it. Align yourself to it and emotionally release this week. All right, Virgo, have a great week. Happy 4th of July. Be safe, be loving, be kind, and release. I love you all, and I will see you on the weekend. Special freaking weekend for the 4th of July, too. Love you. Libra, welcome. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your weekly tarot reading. This tarot reading is going to be for June 30th all the way to July 6th. So it is 4th of July weekend. You are going to want to listen to this tarot reading for you this week because we have so much to talk about with new decks coming in, a lot of energy changing right on the 4th of July. So let's get to it. First of all, I hope everyone is doing well. We are full bloom in summer. We are in July already, and it seems like time is just speeding up. Are you keeping up with time, or is it passing you by? And if you answer that question like, yeah, I just feel like I just can't get I can't get caught up, it's because something that you're holding to, either in the past or the future, is not keeping you grounded and secure in the present. So the way to feel present is to just stop what you're caught up in, take a deep breath, and just smile. Thank you for this moment. I acknowledge this moment. Thank you so much for what I'm experiencing right now, because all that matters is this moment, and my energy is pure, balanced, and open. Wow. That just came right off the cuff. All right, so the astrology for this week. Now, we have 4th of July on a Friday. Wow. I give you carte blanche to take a 4-day weekend. I mean, I'm going to be cooking out from Thursday all the way to Sunday, maybe even Monday, because I usually have Mondays off. So, yeah. All right. That's fine with me. Haven't had 4th of July in a weekend in a long time. So here it is. So enjoy yourself and please be safe. We have Venus moving into Gemini, fellow air sign. So love is going to be everywhere. Ideas are going to be flying. Lots of communication. It gives you an opportunity to kind of get into what you're worth and not settling for less. However, we have Neptune going retrograde the same day in Aries. So the veil has dropped on some things, kind of slow the energy down a little bit. Again, it's slowing you down so you can appreciate. It's not to, make you fall behind and you miss the train, the boat, or whatever, the carriage. It is slowing down on purpose. It's time to reflect, especially spirituality and what makes us feel. Okay? So that's all we got for the week, is just July 4th. So lots of fireworks going off, cosmically and figuratively. Now, we're going to be doing a new deck. I'm introducing 5 decks into this reading. Yay! First one is going to be the angel number deck. One of my students brought these in, and I, of course, made my own deck. And I'm still going to use these. So if we have 777 in there, I'm going to be putting it right here so you can kind of have it burn into your subconscious. And then, but yeah, I saw these and I'm like, yeah, I need to have these for the channel. I like the messages on them. I like the angels on them. I like it. I just like it. Okay, what do we got? We've got clarity, absolutely, with 543. Trust yourself and the universe to make the necessary changes to achieve your goals. Soon, you'll gain clarity about your life's purpose. So if you've been searching, just looking for clarity, you'll find it. See my first burn of the year on my grill? Everyone's like, what is that? It was a little burn. First burn of the year. It's all right. Now, let's get a message from our guides from this new deck, the Energy Oracle cards. I see a lot of readers over the years have used these, and I watch readers all the time. And I've had this in my someday maybe list. And today is that someday maybe. All right, let's get your message from your guides for the week. There it is. Front and center. These cards are pretty cool. I like them. They're good for messages. Oof. Hostilities with 26. Looks like fucking Conan the Barbarian. What's up with this? All right. Looking pretty pissed off, too. Let's see. Defense is up. Aggressive energy. This card shows a man raising his sword in readiness to do battle. When it comes upright, and it is, it reveals a situation where hostilities towards you are about to be or have already been engaged. Oh, man. The aggressive energy may be verbal or emotional, with someone in their environment being excessively critical, demanding, or hurtful. In a work or social situation, there may be backstabbing or out-and-out slander going on. Damn. This is different from the deceit card because the hostile energies are more apparent, more overt. In fact, you may have been living with them for some time, but whatever this new or old energy, now is the time to regain control. See, this is what this is all about, is gaining control. Allowing dishonoring treatment from others is an open invitation to the universe to send you more. True, it may feel risky, but you need to have the courage to stand up for yourself now and always. So, it's a time to stand up for yourself, Libra. And this is the affirmation for you this week. I am receiving the peaceful, harmonious treatment I deserve in my life. I set boundaries, make reasonable requests, and make my expectations clear. Standing up for yourself. Maybe you're getting clarity on exactly how you have to do that. Now, deck number 3, the Shadow Work Oracle cards. These I love. I love the artwork on them. These I absolutely fell instantly in love. Because again, my student had this deck and I was like, what? And he did a reading for me and I was like just blown away with these cards. I really like these. So I thought this would be a good counterbalance against the two messages and kind of gives you this shadow of what we really need to be focusing on under the layers here, okay? Which one do I keep? That one that's next to clarity. Interesting. Let's see how that connects to clarity. Divine juggling. I love the graphics. Absolutely love the graphics. Master different aspects of yourself, both light and dark. This is about progress and inner harmony. So, what this is different aspects of your personality, like standing up for yourself, in the face of adversity, and that inner harmony. That's what it's all about for you, Libra. So you have to really embrace that. And even though you want things to be harmonious and you try to be the peacemaker, sometimes you have to take action. You just can't focus on the light. There has to be a balance of light and dark. Okay? Interesting. Now, let's get to the tarot. Let's get to the vibe this week. Interesting. Let's see. What do we got? I saw a card. Okay, I saw those flip over. Yep. Okay. Anything else for Libra? Have faith. Definitely have faith. Yeah, look at that. What better card to come out when hostilities come your way is the Queen of Swords. Cuts all cords. Speaks her truth. Queen of Wands embraces change. So embrace this change. It's a change. You just want to be, I'm just going to, I'm going to stay here in the middle. I'm Switzerland. Sometimes you have to fucking choose a side, especially if somebody's wronging you. You have to stand up for yourself. And the side you should only be on is yours. Okay? Have faith. The universe is working in your favor here. Trust it. Okay? And a new beginning here. The universe is like, here. Finally, you stuck up for yourself. You put up some boundaries. Here's a new beginning for you. Could be a new job. Could be opening up to that. Okay? Interesting. But the Ace of Pentacles is a new beginning here. Let's get some oracles and see what they add to this. Let's see. All right. Yeah. Grounding. Firm foundation. Feet on the ground. Practical approach. Work on your root chakra. I am safe. I am protected. Transform this energy. The hostilities. Whatever it is. You're going through a transformation. Allow it. The Empress. With empowering yourself. And there's an idea that's ready to be birthed. Okay? And success, of course. That's all you need to focus on. The Chariot. Things moving fast. July, things are going to be moving fast for you. Things will resolve where you come out on top on this. And that's okay. But I'm going to tell you something. This divine juggling is really sticking out because you have to honor that person that's got to defend themselves and stick up for themselves. And you don't need to fight fire with fire. There's more than one way to skin a cat. Where'd they come up with that saying anyway? I have no fucking idea. All right, let's get some love. Let's see what's going on in the love department. There's a lot of cups here, a lot of cups. I like the cups. I like the cups. All right, we have the King of Cups, the Eight of Cups, and the Nine of Cups. I mean, let's keep our emotions in check. When there's stormy waters, let's trust our intuition and not let our emotions overwhelm us, especially with the hostilities going on here. In fact, we need to walk away from this situation, especially if it's a relationship that no longer serves you. Nine of Cups shows that if you do this, wish fulfillment happens. The Ace of Pentacles to the Nine of Cups and the Four of Wands, harmony. Finally, some balance. This is focus at home. This is great energy here. All right? This is great energy. The only thing I see is the Eight of Cups, but that's walking away from, you're done fucking around. That's what I feel like. And sometimes a Libra gets pushed that they have to stand up for themselves because they'll just, oh, I don't want to rock the boat. You need to fucking rock the boat. You really do. All right, let's get some messages of love. Of course. Balance. One person is giving too much, okay? We need that balance and harmony. We need balance in all of our relationships. Denial. Some of you are in denial about all of this. Detach with love to clearly see the truth. That's that King of Cups. Acceptance that everything happens for a reason. That's a lesson learned this week. And chemistry, the attraction you feel is mutual. Yeah. So with singles, this, whatever this is, it's very, and maybe you're just not paying attention to it. Maybe you're creating a hostile environment. So you're not, you know what I'm saying? It's very wishy-washy energy. And the Two of Pentacles hasn't even come out in this reading, but boy, does it feel like it. I'm telling you, it's that divine juggling. Now, deck number 4, what's the vibe? Get some more insight into this little sitch you got going on. Great. And those just fell all the way over there. Come here, let's go, you. All right, exhausted, burned out, burdened, and empty. Yeah. So a lot of you are feeling that way. It's time to regain that balance, You're tired of this. Again, some clarity is coming your way this week, so good. And lust. Greed, by any means necessary and inconsiderate. Now, okay, it's that image just disturbs the shit out of me. Let's focus on that. Greed. Oh, God. Greed by any means necessary and focus. Oh, God damn it. And inconsiderate, okay? So that's what you could be probably dealing with here, all right? And some of you could be in denial that maybe it's just lust that's keeping this relationship going. Whatever it is, you really have to let some of this go. And yes, somebody is being inconsiderate. Move away from them. Speak your truth. Boundaries, folks. You know what I'm saying? All right. Weird message for Libra, but I'm pretty sure y'all know what I'm talking about. All right, let's get from deck number 5, Cosmic Energy, a closing message. Let's see what we got for you, Libra. There it is. Yes, look at that. Bravery. Yes. Face the unknown with bravery. Trust your steps. I absolutely love this deck. Wow. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, Libra, that is going to do it for this week. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let me know how you like the new cards in the comments, if you would, please. We are going to have a special freaking weekend just for you for 4th of July. Keep your eye out for that midweek. And also, I'm having daily messages out every day, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so you can get the vibe for the day. Share those with your friends. Pass them along. Let people know how good these readings are for you. And if you would like a personal tarot or astrology reading, I'm available for that also. You can click the link in the description and it'll bring you to my booking page in person or online. Baby, I got you covered. All right, Libra, stand up for yourself. You'll get some clarity. 543. Listen to those numbers. I love you all. Have a safe and happy weekend, and I will see you on the weekend. Scorpio, welcome. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your weekly tarot reading. This tarot reading is going to be for June 30th all the way to July 6th. Man, it's fucking July already. Happy 4th of July. It's on a Friday. Not so bad. Hope you get a long weekend. I'm going to start grilling on Thursday and probably end on Sunday. You know, that's how we roll. Who's got all the money for all this meat? You know what I mean? But yeah, we got 4th of July on a Friday. That's great. But the thing is, guys, is that I was saying months ago in these readings, go back and check them, because I said it for like almost every week for a month in May, that we have to really, really take in these moments and be present. Not projecting ourselves in the future, not fucking revisiting the past, but being in this moment, because time will pass us by. So just remember, how do you feel about time? Do you feel like you're not enough or plenty of it? Have fun with it, okay? Now, on July 4th, we've only got one day of a couple things going down. Venus, the planet of love, is moving into Gemini. So that's a lot, okay? It's a little extra. Lots of communication and ideas flowing. Then we have Neptune, the planet of spirituality, art. It's all things Piscean, you know, creativity, inspiration. Goes retrograde. Yeah. So we have ideas flying around. Maybe some ideas from the past now start to come up. Okay, now this is when we start to plant the seeds of that idea. You know, something like that. Neptune retrograde just kind of puts us a halt to things, make us review where our spiritual alignment is. Is it true north? Is it a little off? You know, only you would know that. All right, so that's all we got for the 4th of July and for that week. All right. Now we're going to use my new angel number cards. We're still going to use the old ones that I made, but say like if we get 4 aces in a reading, I'm going to throw that down, you know, 11, 11. Or if we get 2 aces and the balance card, justice, that's 11, 11, 11. I'll put that in the corner over here. So we're still going to use these. All right, but I really like these, and let's get your angel numbers. Let's begin, shall we? Thank you so much for being here. Oh my God, this was at the bottom of the deck. That's happened twice so far. Your angel numbers are 987. Look inward and evaluate your actions. Embrace introspection and self-reflection for your own development. So there's some reflecting going on this week. Will you be deflecting in this reflection period? Now we're going to get from our new deck, that's 2 so far, Energy Oracle cards. I really like these. I see other readers use them over the years, and it's been in my someday maybe pile, and well, someday maybe I came, and here it is. So surprise! We got a new deck to put in circulation for our messages from our guides. Yeah, there was like 4 cards stuck together there. Okay. Yeah. That means shuffle. Man, I'm ready to make some dinner. Oh, it's 4:20. Hey. All right, let's get a message. Ooh, there we are. Happy family. I used to laugh so much because at the Chinese restaurant, that was one of their specialty platters. A happy family. Number 4. I love that. Okay. Let's read up on it. Closeness, fun, and caring. The rainbow over this happy family portends a time of joy and celebration. Close connections are available, so don't overlook the fun and frivolity that a friend or family experience can bring. The value that you find in a truly loving relative or friend brings a higher vibration to your life force. You may be distracted or busy, but remember to put this part of your life in the forefront of your priorities. If you're single, finding this card could indicate a potential meeting and perhaps relationship with someone who has children from a previous marriage. This ready-made family might bring some challenges, but it could be your destiny in this lifetime. Wow. This card may also simply signify a celebration coming up, such as a wedding, an anniversary, or a birthday party. So enjoy. All right. Now, the affirmation for this card is, I open myself to a new and deeper experience of family, and I am ready to see greater happiness there. I know that I am the loving family that I need. I like that. Great energy there. Okay, now, deck number 3 of What's New in Town is the Shadow Work Oracle. I really like these. So I'm adding this at the beginning of the reading, just one card, to kind of give us an idea of what kind of shadow work we need to work on. Okay? We need to be aware of. And there it is. And it's sacred boundaries. Respecting and honoring your limits sets you free. Assertiveness and self-care is on the bill. So reflection and self-care. Maybe just with family. You know what I'm saying? That could be some of your self-care, taking care of that part of your life, but also honoring limits and respecting boundaries. Interesting. I love those cards. Absolutely love those cards. All right, let's get the vibe for this week for you, Scorpio. Let's see. What do we have? What do we have here? 5 of Cups. I don't really particularly like that energy. Ooh, like that energy. Okay, anything else? Nope. All right. Ooh. Yeah, that's kind of like a warning. All right, yeah. All right. Okay. Oof. The big old message here is let's not waste our energy. This person also looks like they're reflecting, but in a wrong kind of way. They're reflecting on the past, the shoulda, the woulda, the coulda, and they're just wasting their energy. Okay? We need to look inward. The drama, 5 of Wands, we don't need to compete. And especially with all the drama that's going around that you're dealing with, it's time to move away from it, especially negative thoughts. You're done taking arrows. Ten of Swords is moving forward because the universe really wants you to know that you really need to evaluate your actions. You need to understand what's going on here. especially when it comes to a relationship. Page of Pentacles is feet on the ground, practical approach. Brings in an opportunity for a relationship here. If you're single, this could be your week to mingle. You know what I mean? Let's look at the oracles and see what they add to this. Okay. Yeah. There's a big focus here, and don't be tempted to focus on the heartache and loss. This is a time to let that go. The drama and all of that. Use your inner wisdom. This is having faith. Look at that family. Never really noticed that in that card before until now. Strange. And opening your heart. Yeah, this is maybe, letting bygones be bygones. Pay attention to 555. Wow. Let's pull it out. Change, transformation, halfway point, especially with your family and your relationships. You heard it here first, folks. Wow. That's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay, let's look at love. Wow. Ooh. So, have faith that the drama is over with, that you don't need to compete. Have faith that you don't need to waste your energy anymore. You need to realize that you've been wasting your energy. And I hope that helps. I really do. Especially when it comes to family. Yeah, Page of Pentacles. There's an opportunity being presented here. Look at that. 10 of Cups. Happy family. You cannot make this shit up. Wow. I love my job. I really do. Wow, look at that. Yeah, justice with 11. Things balancing out when we let go of our negative energy. No longer holding back. Not holding back. Not holding on to this pain and all of this from the past also. We have an opportunity to get rid of it. All we need to do is shine as brightly as the sun. Could be dealing with a Leo in your life. But, I mean, the 8 of Wands, messages coming in, guys. Communication like crazy. And 9 of Cups to the 10 of Cups. This is beautiful energy for a relationship. Jesus. You guys may be getting an announcement that you are starting a family. Maybe making that announcement. Having that baby reveal. Oh, God. Pay attention to 444. That's protection, stability. Okay? Wow. Yeah, we have 4 with the heart chakra. Absolutely. But don't hold back. That's what's keeping things out of balance. Release, especially negative thoughts, because this is beautiful energy developing here for a relationship. Existing or new one, Maybe adding an addition to the family. Again, maybe finding out that you guys are having a baby. Wait, the timing's not quite right, though. Okay. Neptune retrograde. What else? What else do we have for Scorpio this week? Messages of love. Retreat. Time alone or in nature will help you recharge. Grounding. That's a way of really not wasting your energy, but bringing it in. You got to be patient. I mean, you got to experience patience. Hold on to patience. Everything will unfold in divine timing. Absolutely. And healing. Old wounds and childhood issues need revisiting. Absolutely. And that may be where all the family stuff comes from. You finally let this go. Rainbows. Very important. Love it, guys. Love it. Love those messages for you. Let's get, what's the vibe? Deck number 4. Oh, there we are. Where'd it go? There we go. Okay. This is interesting. Legal. Lawyers, court, and paperwork. You may be filing for divorce. Wait, the timing's not quite right yet, but that's weird that the Justice card came out with the legal here. So that could be for some of you. And nurturing, mentorship, wisdom, giving back. Huge family vibes here. Wow. You may have something to share with some of your family. I love that. That's a very specific message for some of you Scorpios out there. Wow. Let me know in the comments without being too personal, but wow. All right, let's get a closing message from deck number 5, the Cosmic Energy Oracle cards. I love these too. Happiness. Wow, look at, oh my God. What's going on here? Happiness comes from a fulfilled heart and harmonious relationships. Big focus on family and being together. Now, family just isn't blood. It's your extended family. It's your adopted family. It's all of that together. It's your friends, your family. You really need to open up and opening your heart. Interesting message. I love it. All right, Scorpio, that's going to do it for this week. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget, going to have a great, neat addition to the freaking weekend this week for 4th of July. Check out the daily messages I'm also posting every day. And if you would like a personal reading with tarot or astrology in person or online, you can click the link in the description and it'll bring you to my booking page. Pay attention to all the symbolism to family and nurturing and all of that. You've got an opportunity to do that, to really change things. Wow. All right. Love you all, Scorpio. What a fantastic reading. So glad for you. And I will see you. Have a safe holiday, and I will see you on a weekend. Sagittarius. Well, hello there. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your weekly tarot reading. This tarot reading is going to be for June 30th all the way to July 6th. Holy shit. We're in July already. We're just beginning June. Time is going by. June also, I think May was a week and so was June. That's what it felt like, a week. Wow. Time is moving fast. Now, are we falling behind? Are you falling behind with the times or are you moving with them? Okay? Or is time catching up to you? Either way, it's time to be present. I've been saying that for this summer. Time to be present. Why? Because it's going by really fast and we're missing out. Okay, all you have to do is look up. Now, you know how it is. I'm an astrologer also, as a tarot reader and all of that stuff. And July 4th is happening on a Friday, so it's a nice weekend. Very nice to have July 4th on a Friday, or take it on a Saturday. You know what I mean? It always seemed like it happened on a Tuesday or a Thursday, but this year it's happening on a Friday. So I give you permission to party all weekend. That's what I plan on doing, Lots of cookouts to be had. May invite you down. You never know. All right, but on July 4th, who knows? Because with this energy, you just don't know. Venus, the planet of love, is moving into Gemini. So this is a lot of ideas, creative ideas flowing around this time. This sets it up. But also we have Neptune, the planet of illusion. That's your dreams, the spirituality, all that stuff. The veil is going retrograde. And it's going retrograde in Aries, a fellow fire sign. So this may give us a time to kind of step back and slow things again. We're talking about slowing things down and not being so off the hip. You know what I mean? Let's kind of slow down. Venus in Gemini is going to kind of accelerate that. Making promises, not really checking to see what we're getting into, which could lead to buyer's remorse, that kind of thing. Okay, so just be aware of that. Neptune's going to be retrograde now. So, that kind of puts the veil over everything, The shroud of the dark side has fallen. Now, let's start the reading. We're going to get our messages first. We are doing angel cards, angel numbers. I'm still going to keep the angel numbers that I made. We're still going to incorporate them in the readings. But when we get, say, like 555 in the reading, I'm going to put it here as a reminder, instead of me looking it up on Google. But my student got these angel numbers cards, and I really like them. So let's see yours for this week, and it's divine guidance with 000. You're receiving guidance and protection from the universe. Trust in the divine and plan for your life. Trust the divine plan for your life. Wow, that's a reset. And you're definitely being guided by the divine. Speaking of, we've got another cool oracle deck to use. This one is the Energy Oracle. And we're going to use that for our guides. Let's see what kind of divine guidance they're actually telling us for this week. Okay, let's see. What do we have for Sagittarius this week? Ooh, I like that. It's number 15, appreciation. Love that. Number 15, please. Number 15. Okay, choosing gratitude this week. This card shows a woman holding a single rose. She enjoys the scent and the beauty of the single blossom. Yet around and behind her are bramble bushes. Turn the page, please. Boop. Remember that in school where they made the noise and you had to turn the page? Focusing on these, worried that she might get caught up in their prickly branches of difficulty. Instead, she's pausing to experience the blessing of this single flower. The sun is breaking through the clouds, shining on her choice and on the tiny buds waiting to open up. This card is telling you that you have much to be grateful for, and, like the flowering bush behind the woman on the card, there is more to come. You just can't see it yet. Congratulate yourself for every moment that you choose appreciation. This decision shifts your consciousness from lack to value. It's the guarantee to bring more worth and richness of life to you. Wow. So appreciation this week is going to get you a long way. In fact, it's going to bring more things to be appreciative for. Now, here's the affirmation for you this week. I choose to see and appreciate the beauty and value around me. I increase my gratitude every day, and I am attracting even more to be grateful for. Excellent. Excellent time to be grateful. Fantastic, Sagittarius. And you're receiving divine guidance to trust in your plan and appreciate the journey here. Excellent. All right, now we're going to get another start before we begin. And this is with the new deck, the Shadow Work Oracle cards. I really like these. One of my students brought these in and I just connected with them right away. And as he was telling me about them, I was ordering them on Amazon. When I connect with the deck, man, I gotta have it. I gotta have it. Especially because the only reason why is because it's helping my readings. I have hundreds of decks. Some of them just don't jive. Some of them do. Okay. And those are the ones. So these are going to show us kind of like the shadow part of ourself that we need to be aware of for this week. All right. Which one is it? It's this one. Face inner demons. This week, face your inner demons. Don't be afraid of darkness. There's a light nearby. So it's to transform and to integrate. So again, you don't run away from your inner demons, you face them. You trust the plan. You're being divinely guided to actually work on that this week. And you can do that by showing the appreciation of how much you are grateful for in your life. Wow. Okay, man, I like that. That's a great beginning. And now we're going to start the tarot reading. Shit. We're already 7 minutes in. I love that. I love that. These readings are really shaping up to be, well, a force to be reckoned with. And I hope, I hope they help you. I mean, that's the reason why I'm doing it. I'm not doing this to showboat, that's for sure. There's other ways I could do that. And I'm a Leo and I don't like to showboat. I like to be humble and just do my job and do it well. That's it. Wow. Already loving this reading for you. No, take those. Okay. Wow. Whoa. Whoa. Oh my God. Look at this. Wow. Look at this. Holy shit, Sag. Okay. Wow. We have the Tower and the Temperance, okay? This is saying, you know what? The worst is over with. You just need to be patient with your process here, okay? Again, you're being divinely guided. The time is now with the Wheel of Fortune. The World card is completing a cycle, finally. Your foundation has been shaken in order to make this completion. You could also be traveling, impromptu traveling this week. But then we have the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles. I mean, this is great energy, family fun, had by all, fireworks going off outside and inside. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, being in the right place at the right time. But we got to face our inner demons here. Don't be afraid of the dark. There's always light nearby, and this is a lot of light. Wow. Wow. Best reading of the week so far. Holy shit. And look at all, these are all major cards. This is a big deal. You've been waiting for this. You've been waiting for this. This is your reset. You take this and you appreciate it. That's the thing. That's the big thing. Some Sages are probably looking at what they got and they're looking at something else. You know what I mean? Yeah, look at this. Get out of your stuck mentality. Sag, you know you have a problem with that. And that's what could be causing the focus on all this chaos. That's an inner demon you need to deal with. Triumphant success, that's all you need to focus on with the Ace of Swords here. I am successful. The time is now. The sword is pointing to the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune always says the time is now. And the universe with the World card again. So that's twice completing a cycle, opening up to the universe, saying thank you a lot this week. And boy, does it pay off. How far you have come and how far you've still yet to go. And you can do it. Wow. All right, let's look at love. Wow. All right. Let's get some love and relationships for you for this week. What else do we need to know? What else do we need to know for Sagittarius for love? Ooh, anything else? I think there's one more in there. Yep, there it is. Okay, thank you. Yeah, and this is what we got to do. A lot of swords, a lot of mental stuff going on here. Putting to rest all the deceptive energy that we put ourselves in, which creates the chaos, which keeps us stuck. You see what's going on here? You really need to pay attention to that, okay? Messages coming in, apology maybe, or just saying, I've got this. You're moving towards your beautiful goals. And the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Wands is showing a couple here that is deserving. You know, this is the appreciation card. You know, being grateful. King of Wands is Leo energy. And it's also change and opening up to change. And it pays off. All right, let's get some messages of love. See what else they add to this. Vulnerability. You can be completely open with this person. Yes, the Knight of Swords is saying that. You know, maybe that's what's going on with you. You don't trust the situation yet, but this is such good energy. I mean, what are you doing? Regret. Someone feels remorse for the way they treated you. All right, well, if they're going to, you know, if a lot of time has gone by, well, then fuck them. You know what I mean? You got bigger fish to fry over here. Balance. One person is giving too much in this relationship. Now, maybe that's the thing here, okay? Is don't try to do so much. Just let things flow. Balance. Be patient with the process. You know, us fire signs can really just bully our way into the outcome. And it kind of taints it. So we don't want to do that. Okay. Now let's get some other insights from What's the Vibe deck. Let's see what else could be at work here. Jesus. Yeah, distance, divorce, ghosted, separation. So maybe that's what we're all coming out of now, okay? And that's maybe some of the regret. It's time to put all this to rest. That's some of the inner demons you have to face. Paranoid, cautious, insecure, and guarded. All right. It's time to end that. You see this negative mindset? Drowning, over your head, overextended, and rock bottom. Maybe some of you have hit that, but I'm telling you, it's time to pull yourself out of it. The worst is over with, and now you're opening up to it. You're being divinely guided to just go with the flow and trust the universe. And boundaries. Disrespectful enough and is enough, and defend yourself. You do need to put up some boundaries. Healthy boundaries are always, always, always part of how it goes. And maybe you didn't do that in the past. You know, now at this point you have to. But it's time to face this and step out of the dark and actually into the life you deserve. You created it. So do what you will with it, you know. But we're coming out of this really dark phase in our life, you know, and there's still some negative residual stuff we need to work on. Yeah, look at this. So for this week, from the Cosmic Energy Oracle cards, we're closing it off with harmony. Harmony is the beautiful melody in relationships. And without harmony, it doesn't flow. Without harmony, it's dissonant to the ears and to your energy. So that's all you need to focus on is harmony. But boundaries are needed. And this is a great weak energy here. But it's always about gratefulness and gratitude and appreciation and opening up to more of it. This, for the 4th of July weekend, looks fucking incredible. Prove me wrong. All right, Sag, that's going to do it for this week. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget, the freaking weekend is posted midweek. To give you the vibes for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we're going to have a little special 4th of July episode ready for you. So make sure you watch that. And also check out the new feature that I have, 8 a.m. every day. I'm posting daily messages for angel numbers and for messages that guide you throughout the day. Share them with your friends. Introduce them to me. Tell them how you get so damn progressed in your life because you follow my readings. And July is going to start classes online and in person. I'm going to be offering a lot of one and done classes. Finally, some online that you can take at your leisure and some that will be live. But I will let you know. If you would like a tarot and astrology reading with me in person or online, you can click the link in the description and it'll bring you to my booking page. Sag, open up to a beautiful life. You deserve it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's what you say. All right. I love you all. Have a great week. Happy 4th of July, and I will see you on the weekend. Fireworks are popping. Capricorn, welcome. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your weekly tarot reading. This tarot reading is going to be for June 30th all the way to July 6th. That's right, July 6th. Man, these months have flown by. And the question I have for you that I have to ask is, I don't know if you remember a few months ago that I was saying we've got to really focus and pay attention because June's already over with. And really take in, because it seems like time is speeding up. Are we falling behind or are we right along with it? Are we ready to speed up and move right along with it? Or have we fallen so far behind that we're just throwing up our arms and saying, fuck it? It's never too late. So just remember that, okay? This is 4th of July week. Actually, 4th of July is on a Friday. That's perfect. So I give you total carte blanche to give yourself a 4-day weekend. So you can take off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, or you could do Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. That's always a good one, you know, whatever floats your boat, if you can. And I hope that you do get to have some downtime. It's been a while since we've had 4th of July on an actual weekend. You know, what was last year? It was on a Thursday. And before that, it was on a Wednesday. You know, we could go back. I mean, Monday? What the fuck? Still got to go back to work on the next day. Sure, you get a 4-day weekend, but so you practice, you party before. You know what I'm saying? Right now on the Friday, it's a sweet spot. And we're going to have a special freaking weekend tarot reading for that 4th of July weekend too. Maybe I'll light off some Roman candles or some crazy shit like that. Or dance with a couple American flags in my hand, to the red, white, and blue, marching around. All right, whatever. Really excited this week. Let's talk about the astrology first. On July 4th, Venus, the planet of love, is moving into Gemini. Now, okay, slow down there, motherfuckers. Venus and Gemini, just picture rabbits mating. Okay? And they fall over and, you know what I mean? I mean, you just gotta slow it down there. Venus in Gemini brings up a lot of ideas, a lot of communication, expressing what we value, fine-tuning what we value, and fine-tuning our emotions and love. Venus in Gemini can be very promiscuous. And I just know that because I have Venus and Gemini in my 8th house. So, yeah. Loose as a goose. But anyway, we also have Neptune going retrograde that same day. So again, easy. The veil all of a sudden falls on our perfect little scene. And things start to kind of unravel. And not unravel, really, but the mystery becomes even more of a mystery. So that's why we want to just take it easy. All right? But so let's not get involved in any drama on the 4th of July. Let's not believe everything we hear, Neptune going retrograde can really make you all a bunch of space cadets, and you're fucking lighting off fireworks, and I don't think that's a very good energy. You know what I mean? So just be aware of that. So have a safe 4th of July. And, I mean, that gives you an excuse to have a fucking barbecue from Thursday night all the way to Sunday night. I know that's what I'm going to try to do. So, yeah. Who's affording all this fucking meat? You know what I mean? So hit that like, hit that subscribe, and book a reading, so I can have a good 4th of July weekend. I don't have to have beefaroni in a can. No, I'm just kidding. Did you ever see that episode of Happy Days where, I think it was like Christmas? It was like the early Happy Days when Fonzie still was Fonzie and not, but just a greaser. And I think Richie or Mr. Cunningham was going by the garage and he saw Fonzie eating raviolis out of a can for Christmas or something like that. I don't know. You're the last reading of the night, and I've been going at it all day. So yours is going to be a little off center. And I'm not talking about accuracy because that's always dead fucking on. I'm talking about humor, kids. So the reason why I'm excited, smack that deck. Smack that new deck. That actually hurt my hand. This is a new numbers deck, angel numbers. Now, I made my own back a little while ago. I had the voice say to me, make your angel deck. And they did. And it works great. But my student came in with these, and I was just like, well, I gotta have these, and as soon as I saw it, I resonated with it. I'm like, yeah, that's what the channel needs. Not what I need, the channel needs. And I'm actually introducing 5 new decks. So, yay! Let's do it. Let's get our angel number for the week, Capricorn. There it is. And guess what it is? It's grounding. Love the art. 432 is your numbers. You are reminded of the importance of staying grounded and centered amidst life's ups and downs. Connect with your inner strength and stability, finding peace and balance within yourself. Now that's an upgrade, don't you think? Do a lot of grounding this weekend, this week, anytime you can, when you have time. Now, we're going to get a message from our guides from this new deck, Angel Energy Oracle cards. And I see a lot of other fellow tarot readers out there use that deck. And I've always had it on my list, you know, of cards to get. And I just said, you know what, I think it's time. Because I kind of just run through the same kind of message. There's a certain kind of deck that I need to give messages, one-shot messages, and this is it. So let's get it for you, Capricorn. What's it going to be? These are new, and it's kind of humid out, so they're going to stick. All right, there it is. But they're really cool. They're really cool. We're going to put that deck over here. We're going to need the book. And it is Strategy, number 21. Strategy. You're all about strategy. You should be. All right, this card shows a pen, journal, compass, and key. When you receive this card, it indicates that this is the optimum time for setting up a very specific strategy for achieving your goals. Write about your direction you want to go in. Consider any potential change in course that may be needed. Be aware of the particulars regarding your goals and have some conscious plan in mind. Structure the short-term goals needed to make your long-term goal a reality. This card is telling you to spend some time setting things in order. It's time to take full control, add thought to action, and set your sights on the road ahead. Cool. It's time for some strategy. There's nothing wrong with being strategic and writing down your goals. Oh, where's the affirmation for that? Okay, here we go. The affirmation for this week is, I plan the necessary steps to achieve my goals, and I am willing to take action in that direction, because you really do have to take action. I am flexible, persistent, and prepared. Excellent. That's very Capricorn energy, okay? Now, before we begin the real reading, not the real reading, but the meat of it, I'm going to use this deck. I really love this deck. This is the Shadow Work Oracle cards. And this points out things that need to be worked on, that you need to focus on. And I thought, you know, am I just going to shuffle and get randoms, 3 randoms during the reading? And it's like, no, I think it's just one for the, man, I still can't shuffle. These cards are so slippery, I can't shuffle them. I think it's just a one and done kind of thing. It kind of points out what we need to work on, okay? And this card, I love the graphics on it too, is Shadow Alchemy. Turn shadows into gold by shifting your awareness. It's all about empowerment and rebirth. Grounding. That's where the empowerment comes from. And turning shadows into gold by shifting your awareness and being strategic about it. Wow. All right, now we're going to get the vibe for the week. Let's see. Let's get this for you, Capricorn. Thank you so much for being here. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Look at that, Ace of Cups. Need some self-care. All right, what else? Okay, there we go. I knew there was something else in there. Wow. All right. What you got to embrace this week is strength. You're strong enough to do what you need to do here, and that is let down your walls. You're resilient. There's no doubt about that. But putting up walls is no good for what you want to do. It's the 9 of Wands and the 10 of Wands together. And the 10 of Wands is releasing your burdens, you know, not letting, instead of just building this wall up, allowing things to come through. This is a good time for you to release. I think that's part of the strategy, you know, and using those bricks in the wall, as you do in Shadow Alchemy, to turn it into gold. Okay? You're strong enough to do that. The Knight of Cups brings an offer. Love offer. Definitely messages. And the Ace of Cups is taking that offer. It's also an opportunity to take care of yourself, too. There's also that, with some grounding, being strategic about how you spend your time this week. You see what I'm saying? Because you're burdened, and you need to let that go. It's definitely something from the past. It's something that kind of counteracts your productivity and your empowerment. It kind of robs you of all of that. It triggers. You know what I'm saying? So let's get, I like the way we got 8, 9, and 10 here. Let's get some oracles. Let's see what they add to this. What else do we have for Capricorn this week? Yeah, definitely doing some shadow work here. And doing the shadow work, actually, the uncertainty is getting perspective. Maybe some time alone, some self-care will help you get that perspective, especially because we've experienced so much heartache and loss. No wonder you put up that wall. No wonder you have so much burden to bear, but you don't have to. And it's time to really do the work. Strive for balance. Have your shadow and your real self work together to empower you. All right? See, again, it's releasing the heartache in the past that has made you build this wall, that has made your shadow kind of take over. You see what I'm saying? It's time to get a different perspective. And I think it starts with you. It really starts with you. Okay, let's look at love, because we got a lot of stuff pointing towards relationships here. Anything else for love for Capricorn? Yeah, 5, yeah. 5 of Pentacles and the 5 of Swords. It's not putting your time and energy. There's a fear of failure here in a relationship that is just, that it's got to go. That's the strategy. Let go of this heartache and loss. It's too much. It's kind of hard to breathe when I'm talking about this, because it's just, it kind of mucks up the future for you. You see what I'm saying? Knight of Wands and the King of Wands, that's excellent energy. There's action, especially moving towards a relationship. So again, it just looks like you're going, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to do it. I'll tell you one strategy I'm going to use, not the ones I used before, and just go for it. And it pays off with the 3 of Cups celebrating. You'll be doing a lot of that this week. Definitely. I love that. So you're at this precipice in your relationships that need a change. It's just because it's the trauma that you experienced in relationships before that makes you very hesitant, almost defensive, and it takes away your shine. That's what I believe it does. Retreat, time alone or in nature will help you recharge. Please, please, please pay attention to the message this week. That Ace of Cups is out for a reason. You need to retreat. Grounding. Staying grounded and centered. Amongst all these ups and downs. Now look at that lesson. This person is in your life to teach you a spiritual lesson. And I think for you here, it's that it doesn't fit the formula. The only thing that fits the formula is you, because you're the one following it. They don't know the formula, but you do. You see what I'm saying? So they're here to teach you that that's not what this is all about. This is on your end, not on theirs. And you need to fix that. You need to be strategic about it. Fate, this is a destined partnership. Well, there you go. Because you open up to it instead of fighting it. Now, let's use this new deck. What's the vibe? And see what else they add to this. Okay. Let's go over this, shall we? Distance, divorced, ghosted, and separation. That's what you fear. That's what you're afraid of, because clingy. You get a little too clingy. Old exes, dead relationships, old ways. You can't make this shit up. It's time to release that. It's time to release the envy, being resentful, competitive, and discontent. Grass is greener syndrome. You know what I mean? Because of this past heartache and loss, it's still with you. You really need to let that go. And sipping. Yeah, you sipping tea. Some of you just love the rumors, the gossip, and being nosy, and you don't need to do that. See, these are all old patterns that are not serving you. And then you go, well, it's the dating pool. It's got piss in it. No, it doesn't. Your thinking does. The envy, the gossip, the nosiness, the old separation, the old exes, the old ways coming in. You see the weather forecast here. You don't need to be a weatherman to look around and see this weather. Okay? Wow. All right, let's get a closing message for you, Capricorn. Damn. But I'll tell you what, and this is the whole reason why they're pointing it out to you, these 4 things, is because when you stay grounded and slow down and really do the work, because you're not, you can say you are, but you're not, because it's still affecting you. Everything changes. Do the work. Be practical about it. And be honest with yourself. And that's closing message. Prosperity. I love this deck. Prosperity comes from hard work and a love for life, not an envy of it. There's no need to be discontent. There's no need to be competitive. There's no need to be resentful. There's no need to separate yourself. There's no need to still focus on your old ways and your old exes and be nosy and gossip about everybody else while your shit's fucking just as fucked up. You see what I'm saying? It's time to shift that mindset. And I think grounding and empowering yourself really will make this, because this is a fated relationship here. You let this slip by and you got no one to blame but yourself. And you got to fix this part of yourself that just wants to fuck it up. I mean, that's it. But, you work hard. Now have a love for life instead of focusing on all the negative, because it's only what you're used to, So get some grounding. Really take this week to take care of yourself. And holy shit, it changes. All right, Capricorn, you have a safe 4th of July. Stay out of the drama. Don't be sipping no tea. Okay? You should be sipping a beer or a margarita. Yes, you should. And hopefully it's with the one you love the best. All right, that's going to do it for this week. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget that the freaking weekend is posted midweek to give you the vibe for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And check out the new daily messages posted every morning. Classes are beginning in July, online and in person. Yeah, I'm going to be doing some one-and-done classes online that you can take. We're going to do it in person, and then they'll be available to download after that. But yeah, lots of stuff coming up. And if you would like a personal reading, tarot or astrology, in person or online, book yours today by clicking the link in the description, and it'll bring you to my booking page. Capricorn, you can do this. It's time to really give yourself some good energy and be strategic about the things that still circle you like vultures. And it's not people, it's not the outside world, it's your inner world that does this because of past experiences. Release that and open up to more prosperous energy for you, because it's time. All right, I love you all. Have a great week, and I will see you on the weekend. Aquarius, welcome. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your weekly tarot reading. This tarot reading is going to be from June 30th all the way to July 6th. Holy shit, man. We are already here at 4th of July. We're in July already. Wow. And I did say earlier in the spring that we really need to keep ourselves present in this moment, because time will pass you by. And we don't want to do that. We want to be in sync with time. And the best way to do that is to be present. So stop thinking about the past. You can't change it. And stop wishing for the future, because the only moment that matters right now is now. N-O-W. Now. If you are grateful and happy now, you will have that in the future. It's just the way it works. All right? So remember that. Now, July 4th is this week. Happy 4th of July. Happy Independence Day. Hopefully we don't have a bunch of ships coming in over all the major cities. What a dorky-ass movie. Independence Day was. I mean, it's cringe. Go back and watch it. When I mean, don't get me wrong. When it first came out, that was like the shit, you know. When like the ships were coming, you know, dum dum dum, time's up. You know what I mean? And then after that, it takes a total fucking nosedive. You know, like, let me know what your cringiest parts of Independence Day was. Mine is Harvey Firestein. David, I gotta call my mother. Oh my God. Horrible. And what's his name from Taxi? Judd Hirsch. Is that it? Judd Hirsch? You know, played what the fuck? The guy's father. You should have listened to my David. I mean, over the top Jewish man. Like, what are you doing? Walking around in penny loafers. I mean, it's just, you know, the first half of the movie was good. And Bill Pullman, oh my God, rest in peace, but Jesus Christ. We will not go quietly into the night. Angel numbers for this week are 1, 2, 3, and that's all about progression. Absolutely. Aquarius, you are experiencing forward movement in the sequential unfolding of events. Trust the natural flow of life and take steps towards your goals with confidence. Hell yeah. So this week is all about progression and focusing on that. So if you see 1, 2, 3, you know you're on your way. All right, going to be introducing a lot of decks. This next one for our guides, our message from our guides, is from the Energy Oracle card deck. And a lot of readers use this, and I've, over the years, had this in my someday maybe cart on Amazon, and I was like, you know what? I'm getting these. I'm treating myself. So I got 5 decks to introduce. And I'm still going to use my number cards, my angel number cards. But when we get like 777 in the readings, you know, with the cards, I'm just going to put it here also. Okay? So you can refer to those. Now, let's get our message from our guide for this week with this new deck. I love this, actually. Messages are really great. Okay. Damn it. Number 23, all tied up. What are you into? I guess that's the question. All right, lack of motion or sense of freedom, of personal freedom. This card shows a woman tied up with vines around her wrists, body, and arms. Receiving this card represents a situation, Aquarius, in your life where things seems to be severely stuck. A major drama may be going on around you, stopping you from moving forward. Or it may be that some technicalities are blocking your way. Perhaps you're waiting for a contract to be signed or an agreement to be made. Whatever is holding things up, the restrictions may be feeling quite oppressive at this time. If this isn't technically the case for you, what's tying you up is your own personal stuff. Look at your life and see how you can be your own jailer. Are you tying yourself up in some emotional angst or in a negative habit that you refuse to deal with? If it's so, it's time to cut the vines and make some serious changes now. You needn't live in your self-imposed jail any longer. Now, damn. That's encouraging, setting yourself free. The affirmation for this week is, I release stuck energy, old habits, and restrictions. My life is opening up. I am free to choose my reality. Now, I fucking like that. Now, that is progress. That's progression. Excellent. Now, deck number 3. New deck, Shadow Work. My student turned me on to the angel number ones in this deck, and I absolutely love this deck. As soon as I saw it, I ordered it because I loved it that much. He gave me a reading with these, and I thought, you know what? For the readings, I'm going to add this message to kind of show what shadow we need to work on. And here it is. Love the artwork in these cards. And it's resentment. It often festers, causing a desire for revenge. Let go of the past to find peace. Forgiveness, release, and serenity are yours if you let go of this resentment. So you could be holding on some resentment that's got you all tied up, and it's holding back your progression. You see how that all fits, folks. You can't make this shit up. All right, let's get the vibe for you this week, Aquarius. So happy you are here. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Let's get the vibe. Okay. Yeah. Yep. All right. In the middle is the Page of Pentacles. Feet on the ground, practical approach this week. An opportunity here. Get outside and ground. Now, Four of Pentacles holding back, and the Hangman holding on to opinions, thoughts that no longer serve you. No longer serve you. You're still holding on to those. That's got you all tied up. The King of Pentacles and the King of Wands are out. Again, a more practical, mature approach. This is payoff energy when you change. When you use your inner wisdom and you move forward, that's progression. Instead of holding on to resentment, holding on to the past, which keeps you in a stuck mentality. You can't make this shit up. You cannot make this shit up. Okay? So, let's get some oracles and see what they add to this. Shit. All right, what else do we have? I usually say that. Okay, there we go. All right. Yeah, using wisdom. Rest and rejuvenate. You can't make this shit up. Ground, 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 ground. Use your inner wisdom. Have faith. Have faith. Choose wisely. Instead of being confused and stuck, instead of being tied up, accelerated motion is saying that things are going to be moving a lot faster once you choose. The King energy here is saying, yeah, we can definitely move on. We can definitely progress as long as you stop holding yourself back. Now, let's look at relationships. Is this what's holding us back? Interesting. You know? Okay. What do we have for relationships and love for Aquarius this week? Okay. All these are face down except for this. Something you've been waiting for is on its way, as long as you don't hold back. Wow. Yeah. Another 4. Pay attention to 444. Pay attention to that. This is you turning your back on an opportunity here. Okay? 444 is protection and stability. So embrace that. Queen of Swords cuts all cords. Yeah, this is when you let go of things, especially when it comes to old relationships. You're still tied up about that. And you're actually really passing up the opportunities available to you. You're strong enough to heal this part of yourself, to release that resentment. And you deserve reciprocating energy. So all you have to do is shine as brightly as the sun. This is a very positive card for relationships. Page of Pentacles brings in, again, an offer based in reality, something you've been waiting for. Damn. So something here in a relationship takes a turn because you've been all tied up in resentment in the past. But you have the protection and stability to move forward. I love the way these readings are shaping up for you guys. I really do. They're becoming much more refined. I love that. All right, let's get some messages of love. All these cards are face down except for this one. And this says, wait, the timing is not quite right. And that's okay. All in divine timing. You'll know. Look at that stability. You can't make this shit up. This relationship can stand the test of time. Something you've been waiting for. Stop holding back. Stop turning your back on the opportunity because you're still all tied up in the past. Can't make this shit up. Vulnerability, you can be completely open with this person, but no, you hold back. It's time to make some progression in your life. Okay? Now, deck number 4. What's the vibe? This adds to the relationship part. Two-faced, double life, cheater, and backstabber. Maybe that's what you had to deal with. So no wonder you hold back. And look at that, antisocial. Too much in your feelings, silent treatment, and left out. Another reason why you hold back. Another reason why you're all tied up. And daydreaming. You got your head in the clouds. You may be delusional in your hopes and dreams. Choose wisely. Life is passing you by. It's time to make some progression in your life. Damn. All right, Aquarius. Whew. Deck number 5, Cosmic Energy Oracle cards. We're going to get a closing message for you. So go back and watch this. Pay attention to it. You'll want to watch this over again and check this out because this is important. All right, closing message. I love this deck. There's all these decks I love. Look at that. This week, all you have to do is trust. Trust your intuition. The universe guides you. You are protected. You have stability when you focus on that. But the 4s have it. Ground yourself. Release yourself of the resentment. Cut the ties that bind you with the Queen of Swords here. And move forward in progress with 1, 2, 3. All right, Aquarius, that's going to do it for this week. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Going to have a very special freaking weekend posted midweek. Don't forget to watch the daily messages posted at 8 a.m. and have a safe and happy 4th of July. And I will see you on the weekend. Pisces, welcome. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your weekly tarot reading. This tarot reading is going to be for June 30th all the way to July 6th. Can you believe it is July 6th? Wow. I told you in the spring. I told you. Listen to me, goddammit. I told you to hold on to these moments because it's going to go by fast. And time can slip away from you if you're not being present. You have to be present. You must be present. So let's talk about the energy. 4th of July is on a Friday. When was the last time that happened? You know what I mean? When I give you carte blanche to take 4 days off. You know what I mean? Have a 4-day weekend. I'm going to start grilling Thursday night as soon as I get home, and I'm not getting done till Sunday. Who's buying all this meat? You know what I'm saying? Who's affording all this meat? 4th of July, we have the only thing going on this week. Venus, the planet of love, is moving into Gemini. Lots of ideas, inspiration. But there's a catch. Neptune, your ruler, is going retrograde in Aries. So this could be like some old ideas that you had from the past may be coming back up to now it's time to lay the groundwork for those. You never know. But Neptune retrograde can kind of add a cautionary energy, and you should use caution with money, all things, moderation, okay? Neptune can kind of have us go overboard. But that's it for the 4th of July, Independence Day. Who likes that movie, Independence Day? I loved it. It's right up there with those, those 90s movies. Twister, Face Off. Nicolas Cage. Those 90s movies, that genre. But yeah, Independence Day. Although I have a couple qualms about that movie. It was great when it came out. It was great. It was probably one of the best, the best sci-fi movies at the time. Graphics and all of that, because it was a big deal in the 90s. We didn't have all that what we got now. And so it was groundbreaking. However, I got some problems with that movie, okay? Like, number 1, Will Smith. He's imploding right now. No, you did not What is it? No, you did not get that green shit on me. And then he punched him out when he really punched his suit. It's stuff like that, you know? No, you didn't. What? And then I think it's just a cringy movie, you know? What about this? What about this character? Let's see if you know. David, oh my God, I gotta call my lawyer. Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? I gotta call my mother. Oh, David. Oh my God. Oh. Or how about this? You knew back then. And you did nothing. What is that? What is that? That area 51. An over the top Jewish man. Come on. That's so wrong. Just over the top. And that's, you know, Judge is a really good actor. But he really overdid it in that movie. You knew then. You should have listened to my David. That's just wrong. Anyway, we will not go quietly in the night. And what about Randy Quaid? Randy Quaid shouldn't be in any movies. What was that whole thing? And I could just go on and on and on. I mean, you know what? I think I'm going to make a video of just ripping that apart. You know what I mean? It's unbelievable. But happy 4th of July. Be safe, all right? Hopefully we don't have an alien invasion. All right. We are going to do some angel numbers with new deck here. One of my students, Kevin, really turned me on to these. And I was like, you know what? I made my own, but I really like these. So I'm going to use both of them. So this is what we're going to get for the angel numbers for the week. And this is what we're going to use to clarify, say like when the 3 5s come out, I'll pull out the card instead of looking it up on Google. Wow, we're making progress, aren't we, kids? Yes, we are. All right. The numbers for you this week are self-love. Oh, I love that. 676. Prioritize your well-being and cultivate a deep sense of love and compassion for yourself. Love and compassion. Neptune retrograde. Taking care of that self-love. Starting a good cycle of self-love for yourself. Of course, for yourself. Now, new deck number 2. Energy Oracle cards. See a lot of readers use these. And it's been in my Someday Maybe cart, and well, Someday Maybe has arrived, so you benefit oh so well. David, I gotta call my mother. Oh. God. Love these cards. Number 12, the Temple Path. I mean, that looks like one of my meditations brought to life. Absolutely. Let's read up on it. Number 12. 1 2 1 2. Check 1 2 1 2. Spiritual purpose and support. Receiving this card represents your own spiritual evolution. The winding path you are led to a blessed temple and a lovely garden. The spiritual destiny your soul has had in mind for this lifetime. Yeah, that's the healing temple, man. That's the temple of knowledge, I think. That's incredible. This card is here to tell you that what you've been going through now is all part of your soul's process. You are on your karmic path and heading in the right direction, and the choices you make now are important for your personal growth and life lessons. The lights around the temple represent the spirit world. Your family members, friends, angels, and guides. All the loving spirit helpers who long to assist you. Call upon them and be open to their wisdom and inspiration. This is a wonderful, life-expanding time, so keep in mind your personal priorities as well as your spiritual connection. Following your higher intentions will help you move your life forward in dramatic ways, and connecting with spirit and your higher self will have a wonderful influence on all that you experience. Fuck yeah, Pisces. I love that. Following that spiritual path. Now, new deck number 3, Shadow Work oracles. I love this deck. I love the vector art, and I love the premise of it. It points out a certain part of our shadow that we need to work on. So I pick one card. Well, I don't pick it. You pick it. And it gives us a little insight on what we need to work on as far as shadow work. Because it's always important to do that. And this is Shadow Blossom. Love this. You need both sunlight and darkness to bloom fully. Wow. Resilience and nourishing. You absolutely do. Fucking love that. Look at that burn on my finger. Look at that. I got a pizza maker to put on top of my grill. It's like a pizza stone. It's fucking awesome. And I burnt my finger. But Shadow Blossom. So, you need equal dark, equal light. Just like the Force. It needs to be in balance. Interesting. So honor that part of yourself. That's part of that self-love routine. That's part of the path you're walking with the temple. Wow. Very spiritual. So maybe with this Neptune retrograde for you, Pisces, you start to bloom when you really start to go within and enrich yourself with spiritual knowledge. You're a very spiritual sign. Very spiritual. I have Pisces influence in my 5th house. I think Pisces is in my 5th house. It is. And that runs the whole show for me, you know, my intuitiveness and all of that. All right. We're definitely moving on with the 8 of Cups. Moving away from something. Letting go. It's going to feel really good. Knight of Wands. We got night energy here. Offers coming in. Passion getting ignited because you've done the work. You've let whatever here go. 8 of Wands. Messages coming in. Things moving in quickly. And Ace of Pentacles and the 3 of Cups. Yeah, there's an offer coming in here and celebration. Heavy influence with the family and friends. Wow. I like that. This gives me a sense of action, movement. You know, after walking away, we can finally put things to rest and now move forward. This is a lot of movement. The Knight of Wands, the Knight of Cups, and the 8 of Wands. Knights are always rushing in. Fresh energy. 8 of Wands, messages, news coming in about a job. Something like that. Wow. Let's get some oracles. See what they add to this. So there's an opportunity here to get your passion ignited, to move forward. Offers coming in. Big time. All right, now. We're walking away from disruption, deception, and envy. 6 plus 1 is 7. There's another 7 here. Also a 7 here, too. When we let these go with the 8 of Cups, we get triumph. We transform. These is a big deal. These are all major cards right here. And the universe. Wow. We're letting this go to transform it into success. And moving with the flow. Again, how are we moving? Wow, this is great energy. Great reading. I like the way our readings have progressed over the months. You know, they're really starting to come into something that I'm proud. I mean, don't get me wrong. I am proud of absolutely every reading I do. But I like the structure that's coming in. You know what I mean? I do. I like the structure. I like using different decks to kind of give different perspectives, but tell the same story and the same message. I love it. I absolutely love it. So grateful. And so grateful that you witness it with me. You know, it's great. Yeah. Putting some things to rest with another 4. Do we have another 4 here? No. Maybe we do. I don't know. Maybe it's coming. But getting some rest also, especially when it comes to relationships. Just, you know, maybe we're envious of our partner. That happens sometimes, guys. You know, you got to be aware of that. And maybe this is what the Shadow Blossom is also showing. Maybe there's you've had a little rough patch in your relationship. And you have to understand that, now you're all of a sudden you're thinking that you're going down with the sinking ship. And that's not the case. you need a little dark in order to really appreciate the light. And relationships aren't going to be all rainbows and puppy dog tails. Sometimes it's going to be fucking fish heads and chum buckets. You know what I mean? So it's part of your growth. You need both in order to bloom fully. So be resilient. Nourish your relationships. This is having faith in this spiritual union. So put your fears and disruption to rest. Use your inner wisdom at this time with the Hermit. Go within. Self-love. And the Ace of Cups, another ace, and the Wheel of Fortune. It's time. A lot of you Pisces could be opening up to love. Lots of offers coming in. The Knight of Wands and the Aces always bring in offers. Plenty of offers. 4, I would say. Wow. Especially when it comes to love. Coupled Pisces could be having a little problem here. You know, little argument. Don't take it personal. You know? All right. Rejection. This rejection is actually divine protection. Pay attention. Let it go. Stability. This relationship can stand the test of time. Yeah. When you understand that you need both aspects, good and bad, you know? Chemistry. The attraction you feel is mutual. Absolutely with the Hierophant here. There's a lot of good energy here, but it all starts with self-love. 676. All right. Now, new deck number 4. What's the vibe? Let's see what else adds to this. Drowning. Over your head. Overexerted. Rock bottom. Okay. Now, Shadow Blossom. You need both sunlight and darkness to bloom fully. This is what Pisces are known for. Going down. Wow. You're letting that go. Instead, being hopeful, inspired, optimistic, and focusing on success. Now, that's the attitude of gratitude right there. That's where this pays off. Not here. It's a choice. And you're given that choice this week. And actually to understand, to have more love and compassion for yourself this week. And that's incredible. Deck number 5, I really love this deck too. Cosmic Energy Oracle cards. We're going to end with this. So let's get a closing message for you. And what is it? It's discovery. Discover the treasures within. Follow your passions. All right, now, the Knight of Wands is always follow your passion, getting your passion ignited. Discovery, going within. I'm telling you, self-love, being hopeful, getting inspired. The train horn is telling you loud and clear, pay attention. It's time. All right, Pisces, that's going to do it for this week. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments how you like the cards. And yes, we're going to have a special freaking weekend, 4th of July weekend edition. That's going to be posted midweek. Make sure you check out the daily messages I'm posting. Share them with your friends. Introduce them to the Raise Your Vibration TV and those fucking dead accurate readings you always watch, okay? How do you get a handle on your life? Well, I have a spiritual advisor. And that's me. All right. And if you would like to have a personal reading, tarot or astrology with me, in person or online, just go ahead and click the description in the, how about clicking the link in the description? And it'll bring you to my booking page. All right, Pisces, I love you all. Have a safe holiday, and I will see you on the weekend. Sky rockets in flight. Afternoon delight.